Hello, hello, and welcome back, everyone. This has been too long. We've been too long out. For various reasons. We had a scheduled break 2 Sundays ago because we had done the Thursday prior, and then we had an unscheduled break last Sunday because I wasn't feeling too well. And it's hard to proactively murder your players if you're not really up to speed, you know? So we are back at the table, and so for everyone here, say hello!
Hello!
You'll notice that Uyanga, played by Hannah, our dearest, is not in the seat and has been replaced by,
Somebody.
Who's this guy sitting in Uyanga's seat? It's Denton, who will be playing Zinni as we wrap up this part of the journey where they're in Star Step. I'm going to give all of you a brief recap, and as the players continue their journey, they've got a little bit of trouble right in front of them. We'll jump into that in a second. So, the overall recap is that we live in a world, Chrysalis, where magic is woven from gemstones. And in this world, there are universities and the Sapphire Scholars. The Celestial Conservatory is one of them, and as these students started their first week of classes, they discovered an underground secret cavern related to Taurus, and had a celestial script inside belonging to Virgo herself. However, the party got cursed with what was referred to by Masterhead Zagria as Celestial Ascension. A curse that, over time, about 16 days, would have them fade into starlight as their bodies phase and all these wild magical things surge through their body. So, as they went on their journey, they realized that they were on the run from Truthkeeper Prionis and his Truth Keepers, officials from the Library of Evolution that wanted to capture them alive, to bring them back to the Library of Evolution for research purposes. As they fled, they found themselves at Star Step, about a day to the northeast of the Celestial Conservatory. After a night of journeying and meeting some elks and resting in the woods and some other weird things that happened, they found themselves in a town where an administrator walked around trying to locate where these individuals had gone. They ambushed them after discovering a new friend in Zinni, a tiefling with dreams of becoming a master artificer, and his father, Kepler Montaigne, surrogate father, Kepler Montaigne. As they fled and climbed up the mountainside of the Thunder Crag Peaks, they found an entryway where they could slip and hide into the mountain's enclave itself. But inside they found something very mysterious. An open, flat, round area made of stone, with etchings of large beings walking along the walls. And in the middle, there was a special moment where Axios the Leonin had an opportunity to converse with the spirit of his grandfather Luxon in Star Crusher, his war pick. And as he struck the center of this area, frost exploded around him, and all of the walls began to crack and shake. And as we left our heroes, a feature unlike anything they could have imagined. One of these shapes of a massive, earthly, concrete-like construct tore itself out of the walls and began walking towards them, ready to fight. And so, we begin today's session. Axios.
Yeah.
Your war pick lays on the ground next to you, and you notice that the shard you had placed into the head of the war pick has exploded, and its energy is reverberating in the frost-like energy in the middle of this area. The slot at the head of your war pick after this transformation is now vacant.
Cool. Shards in.
At this point, I want to explain to you for a little bit of context what you are seeing. First, this being has torn itself from the walls. Imagine
so cool.
a creature that is 20 feet tall with long, reaching arms. It has a head that is rounded and made of solid stone, and inside of its empty, expressionless face are eyes that have the lightning flicker inside of them. You look down at its chest, and if you were imagining the arc reactor from Tony's suit, it's basically that. Electrical energy surging in a cortex at the center of its chest, albeit about 18 feet off the ground. And as it steps forward, you notice a few different things at once. The first, its entire body made of the same stone as the mountain that surrounds you. And to give you a little bit of context, Even if you were to just take a bunch of hammers and wallop on this guy, you perceive that it's a tough creature. I want to give you a really rough approximation of just how hearty this creature is. You would estimate as players that this creature has between 100 and 200 hit points. That's the size and the might of this creature. And as it shakes the ground, boom, boom, each step travels at least 10 feet each as its wide gate bellows it across the field in front of you. It makes no sounds, it has no voice. You hear the sparkling of its cortex. But the only thing you hear next is it taking its long arms. Imagine a wingspan of 30 feet, 15 feet per arm, which allows him to easily reach down into the ground as he punches and lifts and has in his own hands essentially a stretch of sedimentary stone that looks like its own kind of blade. And so he looks as though he is going to strike you at any moment, which means naturally we all must roll for initiative.
Yeah!
That's what that sounds like to me.
While all of you are organizing yourselves over there, there are two more things I want to update you on. Three things actually. And I guess I should do this one first so y'all have something to do. This is our battle map.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on down on the table and explain what all the icons mean.
Question for you real quick. Can you remind me what a 1 means in rolling for initiative?
Add your dex modifier. Yeah, there's no negative penalty.
Okay,
Yeah.
You don't
I
get
don't know
to
if
go.
I trip and fall for my first turn or something.
You're like confused. Like, is this a dream?
That's me. I'm just taking the green one.
I got a 10.
All right.
Do you
Okay.
want to
I have a fat 4, ladies and gentlemen.
While all of you are organizing yourselves, let me explain the map in front of you, and you
Okay,
can
9.
arbitrarily
I got
put yourselves on the
22.
map where you
Where's
believe
Aries?
it would make sense. I guess I actually didn't add this for context, so let me mark this real fast. This right over here.
Cypress has a 22.
Oh, I thought
Okay,
it
great.
2 is what he said.
Don't worry, for those who are watching at home, I
What'd you get,
will
Cindy?
explain what the map generally looks like, so you can have a little piece of what that is. One of these days, we'll have a very expensive rig that allows me to give you real-time view of a physical map. But for now, this is pretty simple and should be easily explained. This is essentially an octagon of a large area. Diameter looks like roughly 60 to 80 feet across. And you will notice in the middle there's a red star. That is the mark where Axios' war pick struck the ground and fissures began to form cracks in the ground in front of you. These are not gaps. You're not going to fall through them. They are simply cracks in the ground. But I wanted you to know where they were.
The thing is-
Yeah. In addition, you'll notice that there's a rock that I put there to the side that represents the traditional entrance to the Thundercrag mines, a place that Zinni would typically go to salvage remains of the constructs as they were deposited at the outskirts of that entrance. I remember mentioning that last session. On top of this, you'll notice that there are 8 little blinking light-looking things that surround the perimeter of it. I will get to that in a moment, but take note of where they are. The second thing that I want you all to know is that at the onset of the fight, you do see that Uyanga, that is next to you, is readying herself for battle. And in, let's just say, the act that would have her rolling for initiative, that you notice she is geared, ready to fight. And you notice that essentially the blood in her veins begin to light up as she begins to phase. And what I need is for someone to roll a D100 for Uyanga's Wild Magic Surge.
Oh no.
53.
Now, I could never emulate Dear Hannah's amazing Uyanga voice, but I will simply mention what she says. She's preparing for combat. And actually, I guess I should find out what 53 is before I narrate here. Okay. So she readies herself, and she goes, okay, that's not good. And finally, you notice that it up her body, and you see that as the veins in the upper half of her torso are phasing, that she begins to essentially seize as her body is flickering in and out. And I will read what this roll was for Uyanga as Hannah rejoins us for the next session. She feels extremely fortified in her blood. She notices that there's nothing that could ever inhibit her or cloud her judgment because she cannot get drunk for 11 straight days.
Okay, great. Cool.
Cool. So write that in the books.
She drinks on her.
So, but nonetheless, you notice that as she's phasing in place, that she is unable to keep her footing. I will narrate for the sake of helpfulness that her body is in such a state that even physical attacks would not be able to damage her. They would simply phase through her. But she can be effectively wherever you want her to run on the field. If you really believe that you want her next to you to do something, she does not have actions in this combat. She's effectively been sort of phased out of the combat, we'll call it. Cool. So that's where Uyanga is right now, and she can't get drunk for 11 days. The final thing that I want to narrate is that as you begin the fight, you notice that the sky begins to darken. And Zinni, this is not strange to you.
Okay.
The Thunder Crag Mountains were named for a reason.
Okay.
Because they happen to be at an elevation and at a position in the topography of the continent to attract every thunderstorm like a lightning rod itself.
Oh boy.
Speaking of those lightning rods, you notice that the 8 spires around the field are beginning to flicker like there was static spitting off of them. Little peaks within the mountains, within the kind of the surrounding mountainous region here of this particular room. And you will notice that it's as if they are ready to be struck by lightning directly. And you hear as you begin combat. None of them are necessarily sparking just yet, but I just wanted you to know. Let's get started here.
Can I ask a quick question?
Please do.
So I was too mesmerized by the mental image when you were describing this. Can I get the elements that you were saying were on the shards? You were saying oh, sapphire is icy and brute. Something was melting through the floor. Can you say that again?
Black jade.
How about this? Why don't you roll intelligence?
Okay, I can do that.
There's a lot that's been happening. Let's see if you're able to remember it
Just straight
instantly. Yes.
intelligence?
While she's doing that, can I ask where the construct is?
Yes.
That's the
construct.
entrance.
Oh.
So
This one is next to it.
I thought that was
I'm
the-
so
That's the
dense.
entrance.
Oopsies.
We may want to reposition. Knowing
Hey, I
that.
got a fat 3.
Got fat 3? Great.
It's not, but it's a fat 3.
It's a fat 3.
Yeah.
I will. I'm delighted
Is
to
that
put
a
this.
bionicle?
Yeah.
Let's go! Yes!
So he came out of
That's
this
the
wall
water one?
here, and we're gonna start him here.
Okay, that's basically fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he is
wowza.
technically only supposed to occupy 2 spaces. So because he's got effectively like a 10-foot diameter shoulder to shoulder. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of hand waving on range. I don't think that'll be a huge issue. Just know that his arms reach to the ground from where his shoulders are, which would suggest that his arms are 15 feet long.
Okay.
Just so you know. Okay, and that every step he takes is 10 feet.
Great.
Just so you know, he's big. He's actually about to scale, except for his width, for all of you.
Cool.
What's up?
Where are the spires? You mentioned.
They're the blue.
These
blue
are the
units.
spires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 8 of them.
Yep, and they are the tips of them are almost 50 feet above where you are standing, from where you were
Can we
standing.
see the sky or?
You can. It's open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would
Thought
we
that was
know
sealed.
that? Would we know whether or not this is something that is powering these constructs? The lightning they're harvesting.
Do you
from
want
the
to
sky?
spend your first turn in combat asking Zinni what he knows about it?
Kind of.
Alright.
Well, that's up to you.
Here we go.
We'll figure it out.
Okay,
Figure it out.
so
I want to pick up my war
so
pick.
let me resolve your
You said it's
intelligence
on the
roll.
ground.
You remember that when you put your frost into your war pick, it specifically created a cold blast that was responsible for the original fissures in the ground. So there you go.
I already knew that.
That is what you get with the 3, my boy.
Great.
And finally...
I want to pick up my war.
Okay, I told you... Oh, we don't have an image. Let's do the image.
Oh no.
Oh wait, do we have the image of the thing?
Yeah.
The thing you.
Yo, Gollum.
This. He doesn't look like a Bionicle, surprise. I thought it would be very funny,
It's a
though.
shame.
I still
This is what
see
he-
Santa.
Yeah,
Santa?
we see Santa.
That did
Hot.
Mr. Montaigne.
Hey!
Oh!
That was
Oh!
more scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's built different.
He has a rock beard.
Yeah, he does. Let's say he canonically has a big old rock beard.
It looks like he's wearing
Can
a
there be
Naruto
moss
headband.
growing off of
Yeah,
it?
he does.
No.
Oh,
He's been on the side of a mountain for a long time.
all right.
That sounds mossy.
Cool. Beard, cool idea.
Roll for
Moss,
moss?
dumb idea. Stupid idea.
Roll
Get
for
that
moss.
idea out of here.
Excellent.
Roll
Oh,
for
and
moss.
finally, there's so many things for me to do. I like my job.
There's a lot going on.
The thunderstorms begin to...
We have sound
test this
effects?
out.
Oh, it's dark in here.
No.
To
Oh, it looks so cool on
storm
camera.
in. Can you check his stream and see if this is worth it, or if we
It
should
looks-
do secondary
It's
light?
kind of dark, but it looks pretty cool.
This is dope
Can you do
as
a
heck.
lighter blue?
It
might make it a little bit
I can
brighter.
Do this. I can do this. Nope, that's the same one.
pretty dark.
I can do this.
That's probably.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
That looks
yeah,
good. Yeah.
This is a good one.
Go.
Storm.
This is
I
terrifying.
love this. It's wet.
All right, let's actually fight. So, blah 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 blah
Do
blah
the blush dice
blah
or, like,
blah
lighting
blah
up this
blah
way?
blah. I've explained
This is
everything,
so
you
cool.
have every knowledge that you need for this particular fight. Let's go. Can I get the number of the first initiative here?
22.
22.
Cool. At 22, who would that be?
Me.
Cypress. What do you do?
Oh yeah, let me put it
All right.
out there.
I'm trying to figure out which one I am in this light, because all the colors. All right, that's me. I mean, he's against this wall. We said.
Yes.
He's
He basically just stepped 15 feet forward off the wall and
Okay.
ignore the specific spacing there.
It's fun.
I'm going to entangle him.
Ooh.
So a 20-foot square
Okay.
from, I guess I'll put hit like the back of it where he is
Yep.
and going forward.
Yeah, you can range that.
And so it's a up to 1 minute duration, and that is difficult terrain.
Okay.
And then he must save in a strength saving throw, which is probably easy, or be restrained.
Okay, so you notice that from the ground, these vines start to pull up, and they're going to wrap around the, let's call them like 4.5 foot diameter legs of this construct, and he is walking forward, right? That's his motion right now, so we're just gonna see if he can walk right through it here. What's the save?
I think it's 13.
Cool. So he rolled very poorly. He exactly saves. So you notice that his leg just breaks through it and is not restrained, but it is difficult terrain. So if you could mark it somehow, just like with literally anything, that might help me out a little bit.
That works. Yeah.
Cool.
Paper.
Yeah.
Paper's difficult to
Paper's
read.
difficult.
Cool. Good. And anything else? Any movement?
I will also move over to here, just a little bit out.
All right. Cool. I'm always just gonna move on, assuming your turn is undone when you stop talking. So who is next, and what's your initiative number?
19, and it's me.
Okay. Well, that means the construct's gonna go before you.
Oh,
It's 20.
no.
You notice that he immediately begins lumbering for it begins lumbering forward as his eyes glow, and he has one fist and simply raises it, and it is very simple. Despite the difficult terrain, which is a good idea, one step at half speed already gets him outside of it, and he lumbers forward and is going to just take a kind of a wanton swing at the two characters that are in front of him right
Great.
now.
What's up?
Pretty simple. So, who is this?
This is me and Aaron.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
A
Is
dex
that good
save?
or bad? Is that good or bad?
You don't get to roll a dex save.
Crit?
So
Crit.
you notice that his fist swings low, and the two of you, before you can even manage to react, the center of the bone-like fist of rock and stone plunges into Axios's armor, knocking the air out of you, and with the strength of this construct, shoves you through Aerie, and the two of you get not just pushed,
Thrown.
you get thrown prone here
Oh boy.
That seems like
Sorry.
a lot of damage.
as his literal first attack was a critical success,
Wow.
dealing this much damage to all of you.
Here we go.
54.
Still rolling dice.
Don't please.
He's still rolling dice.
Please,
Don't.
please no, sir.
Okay, both of you take 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's okay.
That could
That's
have been much worse.
yeah.
You honestly, I rolled a 1 on the first damage roll,
Okay.
which is very
It could have been much worse.
Weak sauce
You could
fist.
almost say he was lightning fast.
Hey! Hey!
You two are prone, meaning you have to use half of your movement to stand up, and
Okay,
also just watch
that's
out for the
fine.
whole guaranteed crits and all that wacky stuff here. You notice that even in the midst of his swing, he is preparing for a second attack that will occur very soon. Who's next in the initiative?
That's me.
He's like using the momentum of his weight to spin, preparing for another punch, I guess is what I'll say. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Zinni's gonna get the heck out of there. So back me up about 15 feet, please. I don't know what my speed is. I'm sure it's something like that. 30 feet. Back
Yeah,
me up further.
You want to go
Yes,
like over
I'm-
by
yeah,
the
I'm
spire?
over
I
there.
don't think you want to
You
be
know
by
you're
the
right next to
starting
the
Not
line.
next to the spire. Put me like 5 feet from the spire. No, away from the wall. There.
I mean, hey,
Perfect. Yes.
if this is relevant to all
Yes.
of you, I guess I should arbitrarily mark this as well. You know, the entrance you came in is over here. So,
Good
Okay.
exit plan.
Good.
so
Hey,
you just,
Zinni
you
just
just want to
ditches
run
us.
away.
Bye,
Definitely can.
Have fun
Alright,
with
I think,
that.
I'm pretty sure this was explicitly said last session, but like the construct's core is the thing that would power this device that Zinni is talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really as simple as
But it's like
you pretty
tall,
much got to
right?
kill it or incapacitate it in some way.
Pretty much, but it's tall, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it is tall.
15 feet up.
Yeah, it's 18 feet up. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
the
that's
device
cool.
that we need to find.
Is 18 feet. is
Yeah,
what he
the thing
said.
in his chest.
It's in him.
This will
right?
power what
Yeah.
Zinni believes will help you for
Eight.
So we
tracking.
need to kill it to get the thing out of his
Right.
Yeah,
chest.
or-
without damaging the thing.
Incapacitate it
immediately.
somehow. I
Don't
don't
hit that. Don't hit that thing in the middle.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so everyone at home is aware.
Okay, so I did stupid last session. You said there was text above the door. Is there text anywhere else kind of on the walls? You said there were kind of like cryptograph, like we deduced last
Yeah,
time, like
it's-
that
it's,
plus double equals that.
Yeah, it's like hieroglyphic kind of pictographic kind of stuff.
Okay, would comprehend languages help with that?
Probably. Well, so there's script in the ground.
Okay,
I told you
anything
what
that I
link-
can read that like maybe how to defeat this thing.
I think we know that cold.
We know that cold, but like anything else about it that might help.
Cold.
Was cold good
Cold.
against it?
it
Cold
says,
was awakened it. We're not sure if it's good
Yeah,
against
that's
it.
the thing. Is cold.
it
is
says
bad.
okay. So I mean, if you're reading it, you have to be touching it, and it takes 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
Well, that's not gonna
I'll
work
consider the ground, the script that spirals, to be
Yes.
1 page of
then. So it would
text.
take me a full minute to
which
read
is
that.
like 10 rounds of
rounds.
combat.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so
We
instead.
could buy you time. We could kite the monster.
Okay, so
Run
instead,
in a circle as you.
I am going
That's
to
an exciting
use
session.
create bonfire and stick a bonfire at that thing's feet.
Okay, cool. So you put it at its feet. Great,
Yes.
great. You might have to mark it for me so I can track kind of where it is. I know it has like a persistent effect.
Here, just use my spell slot for it.
Okay, and you've got damage for me?
It is one. Any creature in the bonfire space when you
Oh,
cast
it's
a
a
spell
save.
must see it on dexterity.
Yeah.
It's a difficult terrain.
Because of difficult training.
Okay. It's half damage if he succeeds, right?
It is. Tell me. Let's succeed on it. Oh no, it's only damage if you fail.
Okay, he actually succeeds.
Okay, so no damage.
as this fire comes in, you
Yes.
notice that his massive steps
Yeah.
are causing himself to maneuver in such a way as to not take any damage from this fire.
Would
Yes,
that
it's
light
that
the
didn't work.
vines that are right next to it? Out of curiosity.
Yeah,
And
it definitely should. Yeah,
so
the difficult
all of that
terrain
is
there.
on fire.
Yeah, let's put all of it on fire. I will basically
Noted.
just make it giant bonfire, and it will be a bonfire.
That's a big bonfire.
Big bonfire.
It's a big old bonfire.
Do
Yeah.
we notice anything about him other than that he's just avoiding the fire? Like, is
He-
it affecting him at all?
He's just like moving, and
I mean, he's
it
just made
kind
out
of
of rocks.
misses. And he's-
Fire.
yeah, you do not notice anything special about
Any
that.
lightning
Right.
benders and shit?
Just regular stuff. Anything
And
else?
yeah, then he says, that didn't work. That's it.
Okay, who's next in the initiative?
I am.
What is
I
your
have
initiative number?
I have zip 17.
Cool, go ahead.
I have two questions.
Okay.
Does he see out of his little eye sockets like a normal, like a human would?
All you
What,
know
do
is
I
that
know
they
anything?
glow. That's all you know.
Does this creature sleep?
I'm pretty sure you'd know that he doesn't.
'Kay.
Given that he kind of just ripped himself from a wall.
Ow.
Probably not the most organic thing you've ever seen.
I'm going to cast spell Dancing Lights.
Okay.
I'm going to turn my little torch-sized lights into a medium-sized humanoid
Okay.
being, and I'm going to move the lights to wrap around his face 20 feet up.
Okay.
So that it is blind. It is supposedly supposed to blind his eyes.
Okay.
And it lasts for up to a minute, so I'm going to leave it there as long as it'll stay cast.
So everything you've said is really clever and a good use of the spell. I'm noticing you have to combine all four into one humanoid.
Yes.
A vaguely humanoid form.
Yeah.
And so it's one person.
It is one.
And you're
Because it's a big head, so
Yeah.
I'm combining the four things
Yeah.
into a humanoid
Yeah,
thing,
definitely.
and then I'm
That's
going
what
to
it
wrap
says.
it around its face.
You're wrapping a humanoid
Bear
Light.
head. It.
around his
Photons
face.
are lapping around his face.
I was just wondering if your humanoid-like shape is like doing a hug gesture, or if
Yes.
it's literally just like
It's
because
just-
it's just vaguely humanoid.
It's
on.
slothing to its face, but you can't touch light, so
I don't-
it's just there.
I don't know. I
can move it.
I have to think about what he would do. This is very interesting. Okay, great. Anything else that you do?
I'm also going to move backwards towards Denton.
Okay. It's a good note that this is a concentration spell, so you keep track of that. If you take damage or if you cast a different
And it
concentration
works
spells.
up to 120 feet, so I'm still
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Basically, for the entire fight, you can do it, and it lasts a minute. So
Yes.
as long as you're concentrating on it, then you can.
So
continue to
y'all,
dance.
hopefully this is
So you've got
for
this.
you.
Do you want to describe in more detail? I know it's just vaguely humanoid. You can make it look like anything if you care.
It looks like a fat fairy.
Just a big old
Bust,
fat fairy, tiny
bust
wings,
fairy,
little tiny wings.
tiny little. I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Oh, that kind of fairy. I like that kind of fairy. All right, great, wonderful. So this thing is like it's just like,
And
kind of
the
like
monsters
hovering
are
around
coming
his
in.
face.
It's just.
This is wonderful. And I assume you're done. So who's next?
Pixar wants to know your location.
Oh, it's me.
What's your initiative number?
I'm 10.
Yes.
Well,
Oh no.
No.
unfortunately, at initiative 10, he
Please
acts
no.
again.
No,
As
why?
he's hurled his momentum forward with one twist of his body, you see. I'm actually gonna turn the lights on if that's all right. We'll switch in important moments here.
Right.
You notice that at this important moment, I'll try to simulate it here. He is swinging his fist forward. The weight clocks you two badly, and you are thrown to the side.
Don't touch us again.
But instead of stopping his momentum,
No.
the discuses of earth in his chest simply rotate, and he uses it to spin around and use the right fist again, this time with more momentum. He does not. He continues walking forward. It looks a little cumbersome for him to change directions. So as he walks forward, yep. We are swinging here, and let me just like kind of vaguely double check. I'm gonna say it's a one person attack here. So this person here, you're getting attacked. Congratulations.
Can he
Glad I
still
moved.
see?
Can he still see? Oh, that's right. I need to resolve this right now. So this is very interesting to me.
He has eyeballs.
Yeah.
We did
Actually,
short
let me just do everything by myself, and then I'll tell you everything if it matters.
Okay.
This. Okay.
We didn't short rest.
Yep.
Oopsies.
This is not good.
Yeah, you fought people that I didn't expect you to, and then some of you took damage, and now here you are. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
It's a climbing spike.
So, I will narrate this much. A being of his size, when already in motion, is already going to have pretty slow reaction times to things. So, no matter what I just rolled, he isn't at the moment going to react to what you just did. Because it's literally, he was already in the motion of something else.
Gotcha.
This is all happening in the course of literal seconds.
Got it.
However, light is fast, right? There's light in his face. So I will mildly hamper his attack rate. Or his to hit. His roll to hit. His chance of hitting. And as he swings forward, who is this that he's attacking?
Aegon.
Aegon, hey.
14 DC.
Why don't you give me a dex save here?
I pass.
Cool.
Dex is plus. Saving is plus 6. Yeah. Plus 5 actually. 22.
22. Okay. Yep. Great. So his fist swings in at you, hurtling towards you, and you see its movement, and you realize where you need to step. You sidestep it, and you are out of the way. as the swing.
Can he canonically please fall over?
Nope. So he swings and then he is.
Make him taller.
You gotta, you gotta stand him up. Right?
Unhunch him.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works there. Cool.
His hip joints are flexed.
Okay, that is it. He's done.
Just PT.
Oh, great.
Yep.
All right, Axios.
Alright, I'm going. Okay, so a few questions.
Mhm.
One, I talked to the party. Can I borrow some intelligence on if anybody remembers what stones were what elements?
Are we allowed to shout at her?
Yeah. Typically, it's a free
Hey,
action.
what do you remember about the shards?
The opal melted to the ground,
Oh, that was the opal.
Oh.
I thought it was
and the black,
Oh,
like
tendrils.
Yeah.
that
The tendrils.
black one. Tendrils. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for Annie, Axios knows, or actually, just so it's easy for you to remember, loading up a new shard is a bonus action. Just like it would be if you were
So
swapping
I can just like do it.
gemstones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reload.
So getting up is
EMP.
just half my
The
movement.
movement.
Okay, I get up.
Please do the opal.
I get up. Okay, here's
Yeah.
what I want to try. I'm gonna go up to him, and is he still spinning very quickly?
He's just stopped.
Okay, cool.
He's basically just stopped his movement.
Random. Does he have toes?
Don't do
No,
this.
I'm just curious.
they are.
Break his leg.
Imagine like
just
an like an elephant foot.
Okay.
It's just like big and
That's
flat.
actually not what I want to hit. I want to take my war pick. Bonus action. I want to stick a opal in there.
Okay.
And then I actually want to aim for like the gears where he spins
Mhm.
because I want to make it to where they like get stuck or broken so
Okay.
that he can't spin around on those gears.
I like that.
So I basically
Yeah, I'd say you can reach that.
The
It's like at the
Cool.
midpoint of his body.
yeah, I just want to take my war pick with the opal and just kind of like swing right into the middle of
Good
it.
luck hitting.
Cool. War pick, don't bail me now. 18.
That's pretty good. That hits.
Yeah.
You see as the head of your war pick lights, and there is a liquid explosion, like you were, I don't know, shooting it with a super soaker. As this
soaker.
this mysterious, multicolored, metallic-looking liquid fires from the head of your war pick and into the core of this creature as it strikes true. And you do notice that it starts to melting aspects of him. I do need you to roll for damage.
10.
Cool. That was your overall attack damage?
Yeah.
Cool. I want you to roll bonus damage.
Ooh. Bonus damage. 6.
Yeah, buddy.
That's already good. It turns out he's vulnerable.
Oh,
It's a 1.
So, total damage?
This is a good thing.
17.
You told me to use
Seven.
the opal.
17 damage. Wonderful. Okay. And you notice that it is. I'm gonna make a small note. You see as his gears begin to. It's not literal gears, but the discs in his body that are made of stone begin to start slowing and stutter in place a little bit. It doesn't seem as though he is as flexible in his rotational abilities there.
Cool.
Well done. Who's next?
Harry.
Oh. So you jammed the part that would let him spin.
Mhm.
Does that
Sort
look
of.
fully jammed?
No.
Okay. I might do something dumb.
It looks damaged. I'm not gonna say for sure if you know.
I'm gonna get up with half of my movement, and I have a piton. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's a climbing spike.
Yeah, it's a comic spike.
I want to climb it.
You want to climb him?
Use a bonus action to dash with
Okay.
my I forget what it's called, my rogue
Cunning
ability.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what you
Yeah.
get for rolling
To
the
climb, and then I'm gonna try to stab the piton into the like gear area.
Okay.
Tell me how to resolve that.
Yeah. So
Dope as heck.
Wait, what's your
I'm gonna say
initiative?
that his midsection
7.
is 10 feet up, which you can jump and get to for the most part. You'll need to climb, so I'm gonna have you do athletics to climb. He has just been struck and is kind of stuttering a little bit, which means that he's not going to necessarily have the ability to shake you immediately. Meaning I'm not imposing a disadvantage on your climb. Yes.
Does she get hit by the fire?
The fire?
Yes.
No.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It's more over to the side. If y'all choose to use it, then it's there.
Be an acrobatics check to climb him.
You using the
Yeah.
climbing gear? Yes.
Cool.
I've always been on the fence about which one. This one is as much acrobatics as it is strength oriented. So Go ahead and
So,
roll acrobatics, fellow rogue.
Do it.
That's an 18.
18, very good. So you see as Eri dashes forward, Axios' pick has just landed this blow and his internal sort of system is stuttering in place, and you jump and you are using this to climb up. You're climbing up one of his legs. You are now at the point where you can easily jam it into the midsection here, and what I need you to do is to roll an attack. It is...
With a pit. Would it
So
just be like a dagger attack?
It is a dagger attack. I think what I need to do is there is a bonus to your dagger attack, right? What is your bonus to hit?
Plus 7.
Yeah. I'm gonna do plus 5 instead. So it's
Okay.
it's essentially -2 to whatever your result would be.
Oh no. That's 11.
That is an 11. You notice as you climb and you're holding on and you take this I don't know how to pronounce it either, so I'm not going to say it. And you try to jam it in, but it keeps glancing off of the stone. You needed more strength to penetrate.
Okay.
Despite the fact that maybe we could argue was a little softened, wasn't enough. Doesn't
Would
go
I
in.
have had to use my bonus action for the dash, or would I still have my second strike?
So you were 15 feet away?
I was right here.
Yeah. I'm going to say you were 15 feet away, you used 15, and then 15, and then you climbed, which was an action, and then or not an action. Actually, technically,
So that would have been
technically
my
the climb,
action
the climb
and my
is kind of the
stab is
action.
my
I
bonus
kind of
action.
combined it together.
Okay.
It seemed legit. That will have to be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still on it.
Dope,
okay.
dope.
It's
That
fine.
was dope as heck.
Cool. Who's next?
I might die.
What's your initiative?
4.
Great. Go ahead.
Great. Okay, so question. I'm on him basically. Can I use my movement to climb him? Because I was.
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
god.
I would like to use my movement to
you
climb
you
him.
essentially climb at half speed, but I still need you to make an athletics check.
So that's fine. That's athletics, and it's really good. It's 22.
22. Very good. So you're heaving up. I'm presuming the fist that he just used to attack you.
Well, I figured the fist had moved
That's
on
true, that's
from
true.
me,
You can
so
shoot that
I'm moving up his leg,
Yeah.
and the goal is to be about where the rings are that he was rotating on,
Yep.
the ones that she just hurt.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my action to do a ascendant crab acid breath into his
Oh my god, you have acid breath?
Yeah, I'm going to acid breath into his core.
Wait, don't
I'm
do
actually
it.
so happy. I did not know
into
that.
his spinning rings.
Into the spinning ring.
So, do I know as a character, we discussed this,
Yeah.
that if I were to spit acid into his core, it would destroy the piece we need?
There's no way for you to definitely know that. Let's
Okay.
roll intelligence and see what you think.
Oh no. That's a. Hang on.
Whatever I.
Please! Whatever. 10 plus something. Intelligence, right?
Yep.
11.
Cool.
Not very smart.
In this moment, you're trying to think about core, this, that, where do I aim, what am I doing here? And I would say that your character believes that a strong enough acid could destroy machinery.
Great.
And this looks like machinery. So you're not confident whether it would or would not destroy it.
Okay, so let me understand. The rings are not connected. They're held by some form of electromagnetic
Basically, yeah.
something. Cool.
Yeah.
They're at his
So I can-
waist, right?
Yeah, at
and
waist.
the,
We're talking
the,
hips.
Thing is
and the thing we want is the
Yes,
Is
it's
it
right here.
far?
It's
It's
literally
far.
it's
So
like
this
Iron
is
Man.
it's far away, probably a couple feet away. Is it farther than 5 feet?
From between them?
Between his
No,
rotating
from
waist and
the
thing
core that we need
Yeah.
and his waist.
I would say it's like 10 feet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt my head because I can create a line of acid, and I'm
He's
going
getting
to
both at
create a
once.
5 foot wide cone that's going. Basically, the intent is to cut him in half with acid.
Okay. Yes! His
I'm
chest is pretty big. I mean,
Yeah,
like-
I'm aware of that.
So 5 foot cone is
I'm-
what I'm hearing.
No, 5 foot.
Should be
I can
okay.
do a line.
I'm on
Okay.
him.
Oh, in retrospect,
She's on his back. She's on his back.
you're on his back.
I need you to decide in 5 seconds what you're doing here.
Okay,
okay.
in that case, I'm going to look down and do a cone downward toward his legs and hips.
Fair enough.
All of the joints.
Fair enough.
The goal is to destroy and
Sure.
incapacitate his lower body.
Cool.
Great. I don't.
You're able to get 15 feet up his body, meaning you're essentially at the 3/4 mark, looking downward. You can kind of go for the waist and the chest as kind of one old big thing here.
Okay.
Is this a save? What is this?
It is a save. Hold please.
The weirdest deck save. You're like on him.
Yeah, it's in my spells or my.
yeah, if you,
Hold please. Breath of the crab.
Breath of the crab. Legendary.
It's 2d4. It's a dex save.
Yep.
Taking half damage. It's a DC
Okay.
11.
I'm gonna roll it that way because that is what the feat
Yes.
says. Even though realistically, I should just like have you do an attack roll or something because you're literally on him. He fails badly, and so you notice as this this crab-like acidic breath starts dripping earth-like construct material off of his chest and onto the ground. Aegon.
Yep.
That was really cool, and you notice that his body's melting in front of you, and you're holding on to it.
Yep.
So I need you to roll a con save for me.
Oh no.
It's not bad. Con save?
Yep.
That's a 16.
Cool. That's good. That's good. You instantly feel as the material. I know you're aiming down, right? Your feet are at the base of this thing, or at the kind of the midsection of this thing, where you now see that there's this acid and it is dripping down in front of you, and you can feel some of that strike your leg just as he's moving around and this is happening.
Cool.
And it burns the way that melting rock would burn, I suppose.
Seemed good.
It's bad. You take 5 points of damage from acidic rock burning you. But if you want, you can choose to hang on.
I'm going to jump off.
Okay, you jank off. You jump off. And
use a bonus action using my key point to do a flurry of blows imbued with the acid powers of a crab.
that's so cool.
I have crab hands. So I'm going to punch at his knee joint.
Okay, I picture
about-
Do you have like
the,
crab claws?
Yeah, basically like big old crab claws.
I was kind of picturing like the
Big,
if you know the pistol
claws.
shrimp, the pistol shrimp has like an arm that's
Yeah.
massive and he like shoots with like compressed air. I can imagine you should be like and you're shooting acid like Spider-Man out of your little.
It's so cool.
Alright, cool. So definitely attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that really quick. It misses.
Okay, well, in this case, it's not like you missed his gigantic leg. It just doesn't land strongly enough. It doesn't penetrate.
It's a 9 if that matters. To
Does
you.
not hit.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so very good. You did damage.
I did 5 points of acid damage.
Cool.
Although I don't know if you want me to add an acid.
I'm just gonna
modifier.
double it.
Great.
So,
Sounds good to me.
yeah. So because he's vulnerable to it. Very good. That means we're at the bottom of the initiative, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
At the very top, you notice the thunder clouds begin to move over and now completely enshroud.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
What's
It's 2 unarmed strikes. I'm gonna. Just,
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
That one hits.
Okay.
It's a 22.
It's 22 damage. Very good. Damage is?
Damage is. Hey, I'm just rolling on here because it's faster. Sorry. So sorry. It is 8 points plus.
8
acid.
points on that. Very good.
Plus, it's imbued with acid.
Acid is just a d6 and then you roll it twice.
Okay. 2d6. It is 9 points of damage. 17 total with that flurry of blows.
17 on that last attack. That's very good.
So it's 27 damage out of my turn. I think is what I'm. The full thing.
Oh, I understand.
The full
Okay,
turn
cool,
is
cool,
27
cool.
damage.
Cool. Great. And now,
I'm out of
at the
this.
top of the initiative,
I'm out of
these
this
clouds.
crab.
These clouds, whoa, they come in and you see that the thunder clouds begin to strike. Lightning here, there, and finally one descends and strikes one of these poles. I do have to turn on the lights after that nice effect.
Do you want to use one of these?
I need. Oh, my markers are on the ground.
Lightning D4.
You notice, this is kind of cute.
Oh.
This one.
No.
This begins to emanate with electric power as it surges through the ground and is flashing in place. Raw, untapped energy. And I want 2 of you, doesn't matter who, to roll perception.
I got it.
I
I got it.
I got that.
Not me.
I got it.
Pretty strong on that.
Yeah. Let's let the druids roll.
Let the druids do it.
Oh no. What'd you get, Justin?
13.
13? Great.
7.
Great. The only thing, Justin, that you can tell is that the energy that is shooting through the ground from this lightning matches in color and hue to the energy you see inside of the construct. Its
Makes
eyes,
sense.
its
Makes
core,
sense.
all that good stuff. That's what you get. Also, this one experiences as another one strikes as well, and you see this energy coming through. Actually, it goes 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So it's on the board. 2 of these are now
Great.
have assume it is like a live wire. That is
Oh, don't step on
this
that.
entire pole and the ground. Yes.
Do my acid blows to his knee do anything to his knee?
Or core. Or not. Or spinning parts.
Or the spinny parts?
No. Nothing immediately apparent.
Great! I
Yeah.
think. Molten rock hurt me.
Bolter Roger. Okay, cool. Also, then 22. Whoever's first.
That's your boy.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Are you still hanging on?
Yes. I don't want to be.
I found a way to keep her there.
Alright, well then I'm just gonna turn into a dire wolf.
Ooh,
That's
that's
a
cool.
There you go.
Direwolf.
I'm now a dire wolf.
You see as Cypress's body transforms, and the direwolf is there
fluffy
in front
wolf.
of you.
And then I'm going. You're technically within 5 feet, right?
It's fine. Yeah. Well,
so
I'm on him.
I get advantage on this roll.
Pack tactics. Let's go.
Dude, swag. Alright.
Actually,
And
good.
I'm going
Sneak
to
attack because of it too.
You did?
Bite it.
Should. Yeah.
Cool. Biting rocks.
Yep.
Good plan.
Ow.
And it has +5 to hit.
Are you ready to take
Oh.
ow damage?
I'll just go for
From
like
your mouth?
the leg.
Yeah, I think it's fair. You can find a place to bite him where you're not being acid dripped on.
Yeah.
Also, your teeth aren't chattering, hopefully.
7 + 5. 12.
Plus, you have
Cool.
advantage. Question?
Plus I have advantage. Answer mark. 16.
16 hits. Your attack strikes true, and you're able to just gnaw at the foot of this creature. Roll normal damage on that.
2d6 + 3. That is 10.
10 is good. Okay, you see that you're chipping away as little pieces of rock start to fall off of his foot here. Your attack's coming true.
Okay, so so I would go much. If I move away, would he get a opportunity attack?
You don't. It's unlikely. Technically, they always should, but this person's so slow that I'll give him a chance. Let's say 25% chance.
Okay. Then I'm going to, because he's still dripping, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I'm going to jump back over here behind. No, actually, I'm gonna stay there.
You're staying there.
Might as well. I'll
Cool,
stay
cool,
there, but like not directly underneath him.
Yeah, I get it. Nobody wants crab drip to fall on their heads.
Ew.
All right.
Got that drip.
That means that our friend the Construct is next.
Oh boy.
Y'all are excited about this. So you notice that his eyes begin to glow a little bit brighter, and he rights himself up.
Does he still have the glowy lights around his head?
He is now seeing this visage of a fat caterpillar-like fairy in front of his own eyes. The question is, does he think of it as a threat? Does he care about this?
Yes.
Please.
Please, please.
And you notice in a hulking motion that he takes both of his arms and he's now reaching up to his own head as though to pry it from his face. And as he does that, he begins to stumble around, his massive feet pounding the earth. And I will randomly decide where he is walking. And that happens to be...
Uh-oh.
Not like this.
Uh-oh.
Please.
Uh-oh.
Y'all actually got ridiculously lucky. He chose this diagonal. So he stumbles forward.
You guys?
Right, like between us.
So he's spending most of his turn doing this up in his face, and his arms sway, but it's lights, right? It's literally lights. It's just blinking in and out, and he cannot find a way to grip onto it. Then you notice, with the rest of his turn, I need you to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Don't fail you
It's a
now.
crit fail.
This is about to be extra bad because his stumble I was turning into a weaker version of one of his melee attacks. A crit fails enough for you to fall into his line of stumble. So as you're holding on and he stumbles forward, your hand slips and the momentum of his body hurdles him in front of you. You land on the ground and he steps. And as that's happening, you notice that he kicks you and does some amount of damage.
That kick.
Oh wow, he kicked me.
I noticed that.
You take 7 more points of damage, bludgeoning
Not looking
damage.
good, guys.
So
And you
7
are-
total in that.
7 total.
Okay.
so you could use
And
some
you
healing
are
over there?
you are once again prone because you did not catch yourself on the ground. Not good.
Feeling now. Right?
With the rest of his
She also
turn,
has some.
I have some.
with the rest of his turn, most of which was wasted
Well,
due
I
to
got
that fairy lights routine, he actually begins to turn, and he starts to run in this direction. So.
Going to electricity.
He's running. I'm gonna say he gets this far. He's basically at the exact outer edge of it. We're gonna say 15 feet from the source. Okay,
Oh.
that is his turn at initiative 20.
What else going?
I want whoever's next to go.
It's me.
Zinni.
Okay. What's going on here? What would Zinni know given like everything? Like there's weird electricity, there's 8 things, maybe that's
So,
corresponding to 8 somethings. Like
Roll a very easy intelligence check.
oh boy.
Grab your
Okay.
die. Grab your die.
Move. I have things.
This is
to
it can be
do. Intelligence check.
Okay, actually, you pick history or investigation.
History is a +3 and investigation is a +5. We're doing investigation.
Very good. Makes sense for an artificer.
Investigate that stuff.
24.
Hey, let's go. Okay, so you are keenly aware of the energy that drives these machines. The legends of the mountain were that these creatures that walk around, typically underneath the surface, not on the surface, they make so much noise because they are powered by the occasional lightning strikes that hit the mountain.
Okay.
This is a place where you would think. You haven't been here while they've been walking around. The legends among the people you know are that they recharge using these spots. Though there are fissures of lightning that do correct, like I'll give you this with a 24. There are fissures of lightning that can cut into the mountainside itself, like deep into the mountain, that they might use if they were underground. These happen to be available for them on the surface. And you know that the moment that he were to make physical contact with it, he could control the way the electricity shapes and moves through his body. That's what you know.
Oh. Is there any reason there are like 8 of them? It's just like because it doesn't correspond to like the 8 schools of magic. Or
No,
anything like that? Okay, cool.
nothing cheeky like that.
Okay, cool. So Zinni
less?
will yell as loudly as he can, "Keep him away from that electricity!" And then he will run over here to Aerie,
Yeah.
and he will cast Shield.
Oh,
So
should have been casting Blade One. That's stupid.
So basically, he
Next time for a weapon attack.
so that's first level. So basically, it gives him a +5 bonus to AC, and you take advantage from magic missile, which is fine. So he just runs in front of her and just like arms spread wide and like this. Basically, if you've seen Pokemon, like the move barrier, it's just like this.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
you take no damage from magic
A single
missile?
ping.
No damage from magic missile.
I was considering doing that last turn, except you were on him.
Right.
Whoop.
Well,
So it's not on you, it's on me, but I'm standing in front
Right.
of you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Awesome. That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Honestly,
haven't yet. And now
y'all are lucky. If he
So-
hadn't had stumbled in that exact direction, he would have been able to touch the pole that turn. But he gets 2 turns around.
Nice
so.
job.
So there you go. Whoever's next.
You blinded him.
I'm in
Ish.
trouble.
I'm next.
Find a way to stop him, please.
I'm going to wild shape into a fruit fly.
Fruit fly.
Yes. You can do that.
Fruit flies don't like electricity.
Yeah, maybe
Oh
don't.
no, literally like
Yeah.
bug zapper.
Just dive in bug zapper.
Also, do you have a flight speed?
No, never mind.
Can't
I
fly.
can't. I don't have it. So you know what? I'm just
Can
gonna.
you mark this at, after
Morph into
Cypress
something
and
large?
before Aegon?
Can I see that sheet for druids?
Oh, do I need to
Yeah.
mark
For
the
the
shield?
construct.
You don't have to write it. Just like put it in there.
Yes.
The shield you created.
Oh, it's a static. It stays in
No,
its place.
it's me.
Then no.
Okay.
It's just on you.
Yeah, it's set for
Before Aegon?
one. So you just have
That's
to
where
go
that's where
up.
his that's where initiative 10 is.
No, it's
thought-
not. It's
I
not
thought it was before
Axios.
Axios.
Oh, then
Before
move it
Axis.
before Axis.
I know because I wrote it down in the stream.
Okay, I was just wrong. Cool, cool, cool.
You're at 1/4, yes.
Who's going here?
We're working on it.
sorry.
She's deciding
Oh, okay,
what
got it.
she's wild shaping into.
A giant weasel, giant crab.
Uh-oh. Dual crab
Don't
power.
eat her. I'm going to wild shape into a swarm of ravens.
Ooh.
Cool. Acid ravens?
Acid raven.
Take the crab!
So
I'm
you don't
going
have
one
flight
of,
speed. Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah, you can't do anything
Until you're
with
like
flight.
level 8.
It is a 1/4.
I've been a.
But
I
you
was
don't
a
have any
flea.
flight
Can't do
speed.
flight.
Oh, it's literally just
Yeah.
jumping around.
Yeah, it turns out learning how to fly as a humanoid is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Oh, she's a self. Can we yada yada this?
Oh, that's it. Okay, I like this. This is interesting. Let's give you half speed.
Okay.
Fly?
Whoa.
No!
It'll be very uncomfortable for you, but you are used to gliding with your wings, which will make being a raven comparable-esque.
Okay.
So you have half speed as a raven, which would be 25 feet. Half flying speed. You can walk at 10 feet per round.
I do want to fly and land on his head.
Where are you at?
Right
Point?
here.
Ooh, that's really
You have to
close.
use a dash action.
5, 10, and then it's 20 feet up to his head.
Okay.
So that is just out
Yeah,
of
it's like
range.
30.
Let's say you can get to his chest. That's as far as you can get.
Okay. I look up as a little raven and I peer into his eye sockets. What do I see?
Oh, okay, sure. Roll perception. You're looking, going up, and you're peering.
I roll a 19.
That's really good. You see that when you get really close, it's not like you would expect. Very
Don't
good.
mind me.
We're putting a raven in the eye socket there. So it's.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
I'm so glad I brought a bionicle to D&D.
Best day of my life.
So, Lupin, you look inside, and what you might expect is that like a live wire would be just like energy going in all directions at once, just like a constant source of energy. But what you're actually seeing, if you look really closely enough, and with the 19 you were able to see this, is that it's actually pulses of energy that move from your perspective with the eye sockets. It's as though it's coming from below, somewhere below the eye sockets inside of his body, up, and then it stops, and then it repeats, almost like if you were like shooting lasers. So
Oh, interesting.
it's shooting upward into his eyes, and then it ends
Optic
at
fiber.
the source of his eye.
Fiber
It is
optic.
like an optic fiber. That's actually what I was trying to think of, but that's essentially how it works.
Fiber optic.
That so you perceive this with all the light there.
As a bird, I can't cast a spell, correct?
I don't think
No,
so.
you
No,
can't.
Okay.
but you
Okay.
can
Poke him in the eye
you
with your
can
beak.
you can beak attack.
I can. I will.
Poke him in the
I
eye.
will-
Poke him in the eye.
I'll poke him in the
Is
eye.
this a good idea? To shove a beak into an electrical outlet?
Oh, that's
One way to
true.
find out.
I mean, if you want to do it, don't be afraid, but like...
So you have extra.
You have 5 seconds to decide. 4,
I'll do it.
3. All right.
YOLO!
Do it. Jam that beak into the socket.
Yeah!
What is...
It's an attack, so you're rolling +4 to hit. So just roll d20, and then it's +4 to hit.
Cool.
Oh no.
No good,
It's an
champ.
11.
11 does not hit. Your beak just you're like woodpeckering his face, and it's doing no damage because you're just like knocking against stone in this case.
I'm
Turns
gonna
Uh,
get for your next turn.
cool.
Use your raven claws.
You're on his
and
face.
Pull
I'm just gonna
the-
say you're on his face.
the
It's more interesting that
tesseract
way.
out of
I don't
his
have to track
chest.
half
That would be
speed for
nice.
now. Yeah.
I made a movement
I don't know if
shield is
we
a
can.
reaction spell, not an action spell, so just
Yeah,
disregard
I was gonna say that. That's
disregard that.
way
It's fine. I
worse.
just stand in front of her randomly. Cool. Keep
You
going.
can ready an action if you've not.
I will ready an action to cast something if it turns around.
Okay, you can
Yes.
figure that out.
Cool.
Often you have to
Yes.
lock it in when it's your
Yes.
turn, but
Yeah.
you can figure
Well,
that
we
out.
had a good
Can I-
shot. I don't
can-
think we can stop.
Can I after my action? Can I bonus action fly off of his head?
Bonus action fly off. No, because that's just movement.
Cool.
You're like if we were watching you fly through the air, you're kind of doing this thing. It's very uncomfortable for you to be a swarm of ravens. Just to point out that you're actually multiple ravens
Yes.
here. So not working super well.
So I'm just flocking around his head uncomfortably.
I'm gonna say
Many
you're
of
on his head. You looked really deep into his,
But I
his
have
eyes.
where's the rest of me?
Also
You're
on
like
his
chilling
head.
on the top, chilling on the shoulder.
He's got like a little like beard of ravens on
Did
his
you roll
face
the
now.
poop on his shoulder?
No.
He might get mad about
I'm
it.
a man of few standards, and that's one of them. Okay, cool.
This is not a crappy D&D game.
Thank you.
I'm assuming it is the
construct's
construct
turn.
next.
Yeah.
Great. Goodness gracious.
Concert time.
Okay, walk him over to the tower.
Oh,
He walks all the way.
no.
You notice as his arm reaches up and he literally does this into the wall, and the lightning that was shooting down the wall and into the ground now enters his hand.
No!
And you notice that the core, which was already gurgling, kind of like bursting with energy, is now brighter. And you can see that there's a hue of blue, not just in his eyes, not just in his core. It is now almost glowing throughout his body
I
as
don't
little
appreciate
static
that.
energy begins to fire off.
Like that color?
Like that color, like our ceiling lights here. And I am randomly gonna pick one of the other attacks he's gonna make. I'll just point out for fun that he looks, and it looks as though he's considering one of his swinging attacks. And I rolled for this a while ago, it looks like he can't do that. So his capacity to rotate as part of like a double
rotate.
punching attack doesn't work, meaning that he has to pick between two other options he's got. I was making it to where he like would never pick it to like period. Okay, cool. So you notice that his arms, so he grabs it. He's got easily enough movement to come back and hit more of you. Let me see how smart he is. Is he gonna try to get? No, okay. He's really focused, I guess. So instead of turning around and attacking the one guy in front of him, he's going to maximize damage. So he can sprint over. Let's see. So he spent, let's just say 15 feet getting here, and then each foot is, so it's literally 30 more feet is how fast he is. Cool. Yeah, so he literally can just easily hit any of you. I'm gonna say, how's it going? Just stand him right there. Great. So he's standing, and you see as his two fists come together like this.
Oh no.
Boom.
Oh.
And his lightning shoots out of his hands and begins to bring them down into the ground. I need anyone not named Aegon to make a dex save, which you
What about the bird on his
automatically fail because you're on the ground. Congratulations.
Oh no!
What about the bird?
Wait,
What about
didn't
the
you have
bird?
a turn? Did
You
you not
don't.
get up?
Okay.
No, I haven't had a turn yet. He threw me on this turn.
Dex
Oh,
save.
frick.
Okay, this is
That's
fine.
a long time
This is
ago.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least
Sometimes
you
if I've got one enemy, they have to have
Okay,
two turns.
that's
You
fine.
can-
Yeah,
that's fine,
clearly.
That's fine. 15.
So I'll narrate it this way.
17.
Anyone that got lower than a 14,
I'm
you
fine.
failed. Everyone else succeeded. Great. The lightning reverberates in waves as these start to strike outwards. And for all of you that save, you only take half damage. Congratulations. Not you who's flying. You're taking full damage. And that damage is
Oh no.
That's an
Ow.
oopsies.
Ow.
still could have been worse. Just so y'all are thinking about that. You round down. Everyone that was on the ground takes 5 damage, and Ari takes 5 more.
I'm unconscious. It's fine.
In the moment, you notice as the lightning bolts jolt into Ari's body, shocking her, and then
Didn't
she
get the
is
shield up.
unconscious.
Bonus action, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, Hellish Rebuke is good. I want to double check that shield has no application here because it's a dex save. This is like a lightning.
That's what I figured, yeah. I
mean,
figured that was the case.
I'm pretty sure.
All shield does is up my armor class.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, and not for a dex save.
Yeah.
That was worst case scenario. I randomly chose his move there. Okay, that sucks. She's unconscious. You see as lightning is jolting through her armor, and her body convulses in place as she falls unconscious.
I spent more time unconscious than this campaign than any other campaign I've played.
Maximum unconscious ability here. Just so everyone, Lupin, who maybe has never
a
seen a death
okay.
saving throw before, that will be on Aries' next turn, if she, when that happens. That is it. I am done. I'm done.
Axios' turn.
Axios.
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, that's right. What was it again?
Okay, so I'm casting it at 2nd level, so it's a dex save.
Yep.
Of 12.
He passes.
Okay, well he takes half damage.
Okay,
so
cool.
it's half of 3d10, so I need 2 other d10s. If anyone has them.
3d10?
He's level 2.
Which ones are
Hellish
D10s?
Oh, understood.
Hellish Rebuke is
The
dope
like
as heck.
diamond shaped ones.
Yeah. Is that a d10? Sure. Yeah.
Is this a D10?
That's good. I got it. Okay. Oh well, that's not awful, or that's not great. So 7, he takes 3 damage.
You rolled 2 d10s?
I rolled 3 d10s.
And you got 7?
Yeah.
Oh.
That kind of sucks. That's
Alright, well,
he takes
cool.
3 damage.
For anyone who wants an update on how he looks overall, he looks like he could keep fighting. He looks like he could keep fighting.
Let's
Wow.
try. Maybe we could try tripping him if we can get a
Yeah.
rope
That's
around
what I've
his
been
feet.
trying to do.
Ooh, the
I didn't
Star
know
Wars
that.
routine.
I've been trying to break his legs.
Cool.
I have made a note that one of his
Uh,
skills is melty.
So I
Melty.
forget my attacks have a chance to knock him prone. I forgot that last turn.
Oh.
Oopsies.
I don't know how well that
No,
will apply.
not for a giant.
Well, I'm not attacking him because I'm gonna go heal my butt over here.
Thanks.
Heal my butt
I
area.
mean, I'm a large creature
and
as a dire
He's a
wolf.
giant creature.
just
Great.
just so nobody does anything silly, I'm using up all my healing. So
So
nobody do
have
anything silly.
Healing. We took Uyonga's healing gems, but we're both
cool.
creatures, and we can't use spells as creatures.
Well, you get 15 hit points.
15?
Yeah,
Yo, what?
but I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have any
paladin stuff.
more healing. Yeah,
Paladins.
this is the healing that I'm doing.
Paladin
Cool.
goes burn.
And that is a bonus action, I think. If
Yeah.
you want to do anything else.
No, it's an action.
Oh, I was thinking lay on hands. You did
This
the,
this is lay on hands, cool,
then I just
and it's
don't
an
know how
action.
it works. Cool.
Smart.
Yeah, I will have more healing once I talk to him about
Cool.
spells. That's all.
Never mind.
Great.
Never mind.
So
That's my turn.
You
Done.
as
Do you
you
still have your
feel
pool of healing that you can do? Or
That was my lay on
Okay,
hands.
That was
that
lay
is
on
lay
hands.
on.
So
You-
my
so you-
pool
yeah, go
was
ahead.
15 hit points. And I'm like, nobody else has taken damage. I might as well give it to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
I've taken acid rock damage.
You're fine. You're like a
Ari,
big guy.
you
I have
are
15
unconscious and you
left.
feel the
She had
pain of
0.
lightning
That's
shooting
true.
through your body. And in the moment when your eyes open, you see that Axios is standing over you. He's got his shield and his sword there, and there's like a glowing, radiant energy through his body as he is essentially healing
Touching
you with
your
this
head with
ability
like
here.
my giant paw.
And you feel yourself loosen, and now your muscles have been tensing up from the electric energy. Now they loosen and are now relaxed, and you feel much, much better.
Well, that sucks. I feel much better now.
You gotta get your daggers back
But it's
in
your
there.
turn, so.
Are you all right?
Cool.
I guess so.
Okay.
It's a good turn.
All right. Are you still on him?
Sorry, what was that? I missed it.
I will say, sometimes I
Ravens.
struggle with impressions, but I've never been a raven and balked.
Actually, there are some large ravens that can emulate other noises. So if it hurt a
Ah.
chicken, it could.
Oh yeah, I forgot this D&D entry was swarm of impersonating ravens.
That's right.
Same CR, surprisingly. They're like extra strong. All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Best way to trip him.
Do you have rope?
Do you have?
Be careful with the
I have rope.
construct.
Yes. So. I don't know how smart that is.
I guess the question is.
Oh, I need to highlight this as well. When he pounds the ground and this attack goes through, you notice that the charge of energy in his body cuts in half. You can just sort of
Okay.
perceive that he has less now.
I have
Is
an
this
additional
still sparking?
question.
Yes.
Is he still stuck on the ground, or did he stand back up?
Let's say not. Not until his next initiative, his next turn.
Okay.
I have another
so he is
question.
currently.
Yeah, let's
fish-
do the fist thing.
The fissures on the ground
Yeah.
after he hit them, or do they look the same? Are there more fissures? What's happening?
I'm so glad you asked because that actually is a fourth thing that I need to track
Oh,
in this
great.
combat. The moment that he strikes the ground. Cool.
A lot of fissures happening.
A lot of fissures happening.
I'm standing like right
Okay.
on a lot of them.
This happens.
As a metal.
Starting here,
Both.
fissures go in this direction and in this direction. And where this begins to meet, this starts to crack as though it's going to fall.
Standing there.
Which is starting to create even more fissures around it.
Oh.
Just
Wait, if I had known that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be standing on
Yeah,
it.
I get
Because
that.
I moved
Go someplace
half.
else. Yeah, go someplace else.
So I had to come to you to touch you, so just
Yeah.
put me over like here.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to. I have rope. I want to tie it to an arrow and try to fire it into his knee, his functioning knee at the moment.
This functioning knee.
Yes.
Not the melty knee?
Cunning action, tie.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if I
thinking
can
that.
do that.
I'm gonna let you do it.
All right.
Nice.
What a nice
Bonus action tie.
Yeah,
Great
so
DM,
what-
guys.
It's a
If I
roguelike
hit
thing.
it.
I can see you like learning how to zip line
roguelike?
quickly and then just like.
I have a
take a
Okay,
little
so
shot
this
like
is my
that.
short bow. I'm gonna take a shot.
Yep.
Okay, that's a 24.
Dang!
Wow.
24 to hit definitely hits. I am gonna have you do a dex check on your tie, on your
Yeah.
knots.
A
Because
dex- just a
tying
straight
that,
dex
yeah,
check?
just straight dex check. Because tying that quickly is gonna be a little,
That's a 21.
very good.
Little easy.
Good enough.
So you go,
Okay,
shoot,
so
and it
for
swings
rogue
6
save.
So
inches.
she's
I actually rolled
unconscious,
3d6.
wakes up.
Immediately like
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
got a d6.
Yeah, go for
She's
it.
fueled
What
by
not do you
sheer
use?
rage.
I don't know knots.
You could almost
You
say
do
she's
2 half
electrified.
inches. That's probably what
Sure.
you want to do.
Okay,
Do that one.
this is sneak attack because she's on top of him.
Yep.
So I do 3d6 plus 5.
Whoa.
Oh, cool.
Got
So, like,
damage.
flanking stuff?
No.
Yeah, that's a rogue
I
thing.
mean, this would just be like a
11,
bowling.
16 damage.
16 damage.
I guess I could work.
That's good. That's good.
7, so that's fine.
He's looking like he's wearing a little bit, right? You got some wear and tear.
Great.
I guess that's it.
Okay. So you tied a rope and
Yes.
then you shot it. Did you hold on to it? Where's the other end of the rope?
Yeah, I'm holding
Okay, so you
the
just
rope at
you
the
did
moment.
this thing and now you're holding on to it.
At the moment.
All right, we're gonna. Okay, cool. Sounds cool.
You can move too to start going around.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Sweet still.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have 30,
I
you have 30 feet
do,
of
don't I?
Are
movement.
you trying to
Well,
tie it
you took
around
15
his
stand-up.
legs?
That is
I
also true.
can't get there is the problem.
Yeah, you have 15. You have 15 feet.
Head towards
Wait.
Aegon.
Are you trying to tie it around his legs?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Well, I was gonna try and put acid on one of those legs.
That's fine.
Well,
See
she's
how it
already,
goes.
she's already done it.
Alright,
It's already
yeah,
happened.
well,
One, two.
But if you miss, now we have a backup plan.
I suppose you're right.
Problem is, I can't do anything meaningful with
Yeah.
my
You
movement.
can walk through an ally. You
Yeah,
can't, you can't
1,
end your
2.
movement there.
3.
Okay.
I'm
So Ari moves a little bit closer to the right
I-
leg of the construct here.
sure.
So,
Kinda
okay,
like a flanking
this ties into my move.
Yep.
Which knee is the one that the rope is in, and which one is the one that's kind of melty?
And is it the same?
His left knee is acidy, and I would imagine she specifically said the other knee,
Great.
which is the one she's running towards right
Okay,
now.
so
His right knee,
you said it's like an elephant foot, sort of?
Yeah.
The idea?
kind of straight all the way down.
Do I know how wide it is? Like, I would assume it's like
I said 5 foot diameter.
5 foot? Okay, so how melty into it is it?
That's
Anywhere
as tall as
near?
me.
The attack did a good amount of acid damage, if I recall correctly. 40%.
It's 40% into the rock?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
pretty,
yo.
you rolled good damage on that
Yeah,
attack,
that's
if
true.
I remember.
Okay,
correctly.
I have one more cone, so I'm going to
Just do the
literally.
knee?
I'm going to flip around. I'm going to walk up to where he is, bent over like an idiot.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be like, "Ugh," and just throw up acid onto like the whole area
Oh
that
my.
the acid is melting
Just,
away.
just
my
throwing up acid all over the
Just
suit.
puking crab acid.
If only Nova could see you now.
She'd be so
Yeah.
She'd be so. Honestly, she probably would be. She probably doesn't care about the gross stuff. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. Yeah. That just is. It's a DC 11 dex save.
Cool. He does pass.
Cool.
How
So
much damage?
he takes half damage.
Which is in
2
total.
D4 cut in half. It is 4.
Okay.
Plus
Very
acid.
Which is D6, and then roll twice. Wait, no, it is acid. The damage is acid.
Yes, it is acid breath, but it is inflicts. Yeah, it's acid.
Okay, so I'm just taking that number and doubling it.
Okay, so
That's
4
how it works.
times 2, I guess.
Yeah, it's cut in half.
So cut in half.
It's cut in half and then double.
Great. So
great.
it's 8.
Cool. I've done it. Good job. It's it's getting there. We're gonna say it's like 65% melted. It's not easy for him to move super fast. We can say that much.
Okay.
Cool.
Do I have a bonus action? Do I? That's the question. Have I used all my bonus actions? Yeah, I just did that. So yes,
After
I have.
Aegon is Cypress. Cool.
The answer is I am out of bonus actions. I'm out of key. Can I like look at Axios and be like, hey, hit him in the freaking knee?
Yes, you say that.
Axios,
Okay.
the knee.
I got you, bro.
Right,
Got it.
give him the chair.
All right, cool.
don't have a
at the
chair.
top of the initiative order.
I'm gonna move away.
Okay, he's gonna have a 25% chance to hit you.
I'm gonna move away.
All right, you're not gonna move away.
I'm gonna move away. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. I'm moving away, but not in the wildfire.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
get
moving
that.
over here.
I get that.
Oh, yeah,
You just
wow.
like casually push the
I
fire
like
away.
all that.
Well, the fire was whatever.
Oh,
With
he
the
barely
vines.
missed you. So he like kicks
So I
his
don't
leg
need
at you
your
as you run
control
away
now.
from him, and it just
Okay,
doesn't, it
that's
doesn't hit. Yeah, you missed by one. So
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, where'd you come from?
It's concentration.
Oh.
I should probably let that go.
Yeah.
cool. So at the top of the initiative, lightning strikes yet another one of these perches, and it is this one. Lightning, the ultimate form of chaotic energy. And the others.
Oh no.
Thanks, Annie. They descend. Okay. Now you know. Now you know. And it is time for Cypress.
All right. So his one knee is looking pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I,
Acid
as
knee. Old acid knee over here.
big old dire wolf, am going to run as fast as I can and do my bite attack, and
Okay.
then also try to knock him down.
So you're doing kind of like a just a tackle, just like a body.
Kind of
slam
like a,
kinda
but
thing.
also
but with
a
your
bite.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Try to. If you hit, then we can talk.
Yeah. All right. And I get advantage because she's on him. Pack tactics.
Yes, you do. Pack tactics.
What?
Who would have thought that just having ravens on his face would be so helpful to your overall damage?
That is a 14,
Okay. That's.
and
To
that is a 19.
Oh, you have advantage.
Wow.
Well, it turns
Yes.
out the 19 hits. So there you go. Okay, now I want you to show just how fast you're running, just how much weight you throw behind your tackle. Give me an athletics check.
Okay, so it says he's supposed to make a DC 13 saving throw.
It's base mechanic for the.
Yeah, it's one of my things.
Okay.
Oh.
That a one.
Oh.
So here's what it's gonna look like. You dive into him and he recoils.
Wait, so I'd also do my damage for that bite?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll damage.
What do we gotta do to grapple this guy?
Get him on the ground.
You're
12.
about to have an easier time. 12 damage is what I'm getting. Okay, great. So this bite launches in, and his entire weight, and you're a big creature, absolutely tackles this critical weak point on his knee that's already been 65% burned through with acid from the strikes and the puke of our crab friend, of our ascendant crab.
Crab vomit!
And so, as this dire wolf,
worst
Cypress,
mechanic I've ever heard.
launches in, his weight is got so much force behind it. You see that the construct recoils, like he's trying to pull his leg back to avoid the impact of the strike, and it begins to buckle as his knee snaps. And it is barely held together by what I've described previously as kind of like a little magnetic thing, but its structural integrity is completely compromised. And as you tackle into him, the motion's going to be a little hard to explain, but I'm going to show why he ends up falling forward. Left knee breaks. He's pulling his leg back, and what that means is that the knee snaps and it causes his left leg to fall down forward, which means that
Yes.
we're doing this thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
do
he-
it.
so
he's
he
gonna
falls
fall.
on his-
He's gonna fall forward.
Okay.
So he's literally going to be prone. Actually, I take it back. He's going to be kneeling. Kneeling as in on his knee because he doesn't have anything underneath his left knee.
Is his right foot on his foot?
Yeah, he's on
Okay.
his right foot.
So he sort of just fell onto his left.
Yeah, it's like he's taking a knee in football. Right?
I got
He's
you.
doing one of those things.
Hip disarticulation.
As his body falls forward, there's a force that strikes the ground, and you begin to see. Oh, it wasn't that strong. You begin to see that more fissures at the source of where he landed begin to, which was actually, wasn't he here?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know, I was kind of
Approximately.
moving things.
Starting from this source, I should do this in black so it doesn't match everything else.
Fissures as in the ground is breaking underneath us?
Yep.
Great.
A fissure
Oh,
begins.
hey, you guys remember that whole thing about there is another way?
Cool.
There's another way in.
Looks like it.
And just
seems that way.
his knee happens to strike exactly where a fissure previously was from Axios' strike.
Oh no.
And a hole actually begins opening up underneath his left
Hit
leg.
the ground. Hit the ground.
Now he's big. It would take at least a 10-foot diameter hole to have a chance for him to get stuck in it. And right now there's like a little under a 5-foot. But that's how the fissures look. Just so you know.
Great. It's his turn, though.
Okay.
Cypress is up.
Cypress just went.
Oh.
I just did all
Big
that.
attack,
Never
lots of
mind.
damage.
Never
So
mind.
Big
guy
boy,
is
big
up.
boy's coming for you. He
Big boy.
spends.
Oh yeah, because you attacked him.
Yeah. So he spends half of his half of his movement. He's barely kind of getting up to one leg here. He permanently has one of his legs sort of snapped in half from all of the sort of the damage over time. So his movement is just kind of permanently half, which is great because he was really fast to begin with. He has half of his sort of electric charge inside of his body, and he is going to do this. So he takes his two arms and well, this is interesting, isn't it? We've got it's kind of just got like three people around him and someone on his face.
Oh no.
Is this face?
No.
Oh, you're just up there. Okay, ignore you. I'm just imagining that you're on his face here. So,
Oh.
okay. So, cool. He takes his left hand
Oh no.
and it reaches out in a wide arc, and he's going to essentially just clothesline two of you because it goes here and then. Oh, that's actually very fortunate. It actually can only reach one of you.
Cool.
Very cool. So this person
I'll
is
take
getting
it.
attacked.
That's me.
Cypress, as his arm
No, it
swings
looks like
wide,
he's snuggling you.
37.
as his arm swings wide and comes across for you, you're going to get attacked by this cleaving attack
37.
here.
So give yourself temporary hit points for the hit points of your creature,
Okay. And then.
and you'll take it out of that once.
So actually,
you...
I was wolf before that attack happened, so I take it out of the wolf. So I will.
Yes, take it out of the wolf first. and
Heal
then-
those 5. And then. Temp HP of
Who has
37.
magic?
And then I'll take the 5 back out. Okay.
Okay, so it does hit. So you see as this cleaving attack clocks this dire wolf
Wait,
across the
so-
body.
Marrow class is 14 as the wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure.
Yep. So it hits, boom, and you see that electric energy transfers from his arm, his wide swinging arm, into your body, and it shoots through your own flesh. And you take it's 6 bludgeoning damage plus 4 lightning damage,
Okay.
or electric damage there. Cool.
Tenor.
Also,
Little tenor.
I need you to. Oh no, not you. I need. Who's the next person moving clockwise here?
That's me.
Yeah. So he arcs his body forward.
Uh-oh.
Move him forward in his direction about 10 feet, and then he drags his arm across and is going to swing for you as well. It's a separate attack because it's actually a second attack. Do you do anything on reaction? I don't know if there was like a thing.
Can
you
I?
could
I can do
choose.
reaction, but I want to see if it hits first.
It depends on the language of shield here. What does
Okay,
it
so
say?
if I were gonna cast shield, then it would be I would get +5 to AC.
No, until the starting of next turn.
Until starting next turn, you have +5 bonus to AC, including against a triggering attack. So I would get 5 AC against that. So that's why I'm asking if it hits or not, because I could react and say if it's not my AC, I give it my AC.
This doesn't matter. He rolls so poorly that you don't have to anyways.
Okay.
You can tell that he's not going to hit. So
Okay.
I was just curious how it works. So swings in, and you notice that you're able to get out of the way in time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end up damaging you. That's it. He swings. The end. That's that turn. Next is Zinni.
So Zinni kind of squeaks as he jumps back, and he's going to. So a question about thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy says that it causes harmless tremors.
Yeah.
Would that be enough to, make that worse?
Well, it would be harmless.
So we wouldn't do anything
I
to
don't
the.
think
Okay.
so.
Cool. That's fine. So he will back the frick up,
Understandable.
all the way over here.
I'm going to give him a 10% chance to get an
Okay.
attack on you. He does not.
Okay. So he will cast. Let's do Firebolt. He will cast Firebolt, which is range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 damage. So how do ranged spell attacks work?
You just roll your attack. You've got a certain number. It is. It's
It's
often 10 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Ayla.
Wait, sorry, what are you doing?
10 plus my spell.
Why don't you just roll and tell me what you roll on d20 and I can
It's
approximate.
usually under your spells.
Oh, there it is. Okay, spell attacks +5. Okay, cool. That's helpful. Oh, that's a 24.
Hey, great. So it obviously strikes directly. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That was 1d10. My d10s suck today. That's a 3.
3. Okay, so it is fire damage.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Fire damage strikes his body there. Yeah, that's it.
And then he yells, Don't hit the thing in the middle. Hey, God!
Imparting his wisdom. Cool. Who's next?
My
Lupin.
defense, I didn't.
I
That's
am
true.
next.
Alright, birds.
What do you want my claw? His eyes?
Oh, you don't have to do this. I was thinking maybe you could use your raven feet to try and get the core out of his chest, since that's the thing that we need. But I don't know if it would be possible.
So is it just sitting there, or is it? Can we see it?
I mean,
Right
it's
there.
arcing electricity, no?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You gotta decide.
I am going to jump off of him and down directly. That's not a far jump. Now that he's kind of low.
Bro.
Sure, it's like 10 feet.
Down to Cypress. Here. That's just movement, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to turn back into a human.
Okay.
Is that my action?
That's a bonus action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While shaking back.
So I can't.
I think
Is trading a spell from someone? Is that a bonus
That
action?
is another
Yeah.
bonus action, but it can be your action if you do nothing else.
I would like to. Can I take magic missile from you?
I don't know if I can as a wolf.
Probably not as a wolf. Do you not have firebolt?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I do have. I have produced flame. I will. Yep. I will produce flame,
Okay, you're free to do that.
and I will. Help me.
This is another save. I've learned the difference
Yeah, it's
between the attack one, the one that attacks, and the one that is.
It just makes a bright light in a 10-foot radius.
And then make a ranged spell attack
Oh,
on
it is
the
ranged
hit.
spell attack.
The target takes 1d8
On fire.
damage.
Produce flame.
1d8 fire.
I forgot to drop the
They sound
bonfire.
so
Dang it.
similar.
I keep forgetting to drop that bonfire on my turn.
So yeah, it's 1d8 fire damage.
Great.
If you produce fire inside of his eyeball.
Do it. If you're attacking, so you gotta hit.
7.
Did you- wait, did you roll to attack?
Was that rolling to attack?
Yeah, it was.
But
You're
I
producing
don't want it to
flame,
hurt
yes?
anybody.
Yeah.
Well, so
It's
the
chilling
vines are
over
still
there.
on
You
fire.
can
I
Whether you drop
know.
bonfire
They are
Range
burning.
spell
Burning
attack.
against
I assume
concentration.
range spell attack takes
It's
her
just sitting
range modifier,
I think
which is
it's
plus
fine.
3,
We're
so
over
it's 10.
10.
Okay.
Also, this is not a d20.
Unfortunately, does not hit.
It's a d20. You roll a d20, not a d8. It's worse. It's a 6.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, sometimes not every spell hits. Not every
True.
attack hits either. So, Lupin, wrap up. Do whatever else you need to. He's about to take his next turn.
You should move away from
I'm
him.
gonna.
And away from the chasm to your left.
Gone over here.
Cool. Small chance that he gets an opportunity attack, and he does not. At the start of his next turn, this construct is obviously a little battered. He's still got a little bit of charge inside of him, and you see as he's kneeling, I'm going to try to do this in front of the camera here, as he's kneeling on one leg in front with one arm into the ground, you see that he revs up, and he begins to force electricity from the one half of his body that's kneeling to the fist that's above the ground, and he literally lifts it and just pounds directly downward, which is going to do multiple things. I need everyone but Zinni to roll a dex save. Actually, who is closest to me? Closer to Annie.
Here?
Yeah.
Just me. Wait.
Okay, not you.
I'm the red one
Wait.
over by the fisher.
This
No,
is-
physically Annie. Not
Closest to, sorry, Annie the person. Cool.
dex
Everyone
save.
but Lupin and Zinni needs to do dex save.
Oh no! Oh no!
So here's the thing. Good news is there's no penalty for crit failing on a dex save most of the time. If it's just if it's an attack. So don't worry.
Oh honey, no.
It's embarrassing.
I assume it's a 14 DC?
I do want to highlight that we've had 0 crits today.
Yeah, we have.
Don't
Except-
jinx it.
Well, I just got one.
Hey! But unfortunately, it's a save, meaning you don't get the wild magic surge. You want the wild magic
we
surge?
don't.
Do it.
What
do
if
it
it was literally magic
Okay,
missile?
who got
and we
lower than
just
14?
kill him?
Who got lower than 14? 3?
I-
Alright,
yeah.
time to roll some damage. Pulsing electrical energy comes in 3 waves through the ground. And, ooh, not a good one this time. Annie,
Yep.
you got a crit?
Yeah.
This is not how saves work, but you take no damage because that's fun. Because you got a crit. There you go. Crit meant something.
Woo,
The rest
crit.
of you take 12 points of electric damage as it shoots through the
Oh,
ground
that's a lot.
and jolts through your body here. Aegon and Aerie look
at 31.
absolutely worse for wear. They are barely holding
10 left
themselves
is the-
together here. Meanwhile, it's time to resolve fissures.
Uh-oh.
The right one.
Great.
This is very cute and fun, but things are about to get really complex, and so from now on, I think I need to mark their position. His position using his 2 feet. Very generically, obviously he doesn't even have one of them. He is here.
Oh, okay.
Just so we're tracking some stuff.
Standing.
He pounds the ground here. That does this.
Oh, I'm fine.
This, this, and that actually comes underneath him a little bit. Cool. Yeah, that's it. That's where he pounds.
Oh boy.
Cool. So anywhere where I drew a little outline.
Connect.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
That is a big hole. Yeah, you notice that the ground beneath you falls down, and if you were to take a moment to look down, it's dark. Who knows how far it goes? Who knows how far it goes? Cool. Who's next?
That's after the
Axios.
construct, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
me.
Axios.
Okay, so
Move away from the hole.
I actually wanted to
Hit
make
the
it
hole
bigger.
with your hammer.
Yeah, so
Want
he
to
would go
make
through.
it bigger.
So
Hit it here.
that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'll trust you. I want to look at it and with my brain be like, I should hit it there to get him to fall through.
I was hoping you would ask because both of our minors, if you use a melee or bludgeoning attack on the ground, I will double your ability. I will double your roll to know effectively where you want it to go.
Okay.
So, but that's after you hit. So, or right after you roll for the mining. It's essentially a mining check.
Okay.
So, cool.
So I'm just.
You're doing that.
So I'm just.
Pickaxe out.
Yeah, I'm just rolling to
War
hit
pick.
with my war pick.
You watch as Axios whips out his war pick and starts plowing into the
Got
ground.
a 10.
And you got a 10.
But I'm a very good miner. I'm very skilled.
Yeah, so good that you kind of choked on this one. So as you strike the ground, a fissure is going to appear. You have a small chance of controlling it. You do not.
Yeah.
So I will randomly assign it.
Strength check? What is it?
It was just my war pick.
Where'd you
and
strike?
It is
war hit,
strength.
Where'd you
but-
strike?
Where'd you hit?
So.
If you move, then move yourself.
Yeah, I was asking you where the best place would be.
Oh, I understand.
I wanted to look at it with my minor brain and
So-
be like, I should hit it here.
You wanted to make this as big as possible?
My goal is to make him fall through the floor.
I'm putting you here.
No, that's not me.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm red.
Oh, I understand. No, in that case, if you're over here, then you could...
You want me to jump over those holes? I can walk around?
I think you would go here, wouldn't
Yeah, that seems right. That's where I was thinking I would
Cool.
probably hit.
So you strike, pick left or right.
Left.
You go here? So you
Oh,
strike
no,
this.
to the right.
Okay, this
Sorry.
one here?
That's
So-
the one I was looking at.
You do this.
Yeah.
The fissure randomly goes in... I'll just roll in front of the table. Okay. Goes in this direction.
Good, that's
which
what I
prompts this to crack open.
Good, that's what I wanted.
Yeah, you kind of got lucky there. And then there's one more. And you struck here, right?
Yeah.
Which randomly is this direction. So you actually crack all of these.
Wow.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a hole that big immediately in front of you.
He's still not in it though.
He's still not in it.
Bummer.
Correct. Cool.
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, just like run up to the back room and sneak attack. Sneak attack. Double stab.
Whatever happened to that rope in his knee? Huh? Whatever happened to that
It's
rope?
there.
It's kind of useless now that he's down. Okay.
You
So
might let go of that in case he falls.
yeah, I'll let go of it. It's fine. I'm gonna do my first sneak attack. Or my, I guess. That's a nat 20. On sneak attack.
If you request it, it will come. Yeah, getting it on a whatever level sneak attack you've got is going to be pretty profitable, I assume. Let's do the fun thing first.
How many?
You resolve damage.
D6?
I'm gonna resolve everything else.
I don't know how many.
Is
Wait.
it D6s? What
Do you want me to go ahead and?
Do damage.
Okay, so remind me. I double the number of dice that I am rolling.
How many D6 do you need?
Yeah.
I need a
That's what makes this.
Wait, do you double sneak attack damage
Yep.
as well?
Does it?
Oh no.
D4.
It's insane.
I need
It's very
two
very.
D4s and two D6s.
You have all of this.
Damage.
Yeah, this looks right.
Hit it hard.
Hello.
Hit it hard.
No.
Hit it hard.
Hello.
That's a lot of damage.
8.
So what is a critical sneak attack look like for a rogue in this situation? I'll tell you what it
16.
looks like.
17,
The daggers that rogues carry are very
19,
sharp,
20, 21.
but often it's hard for them to find their place on a construct like this earth creature.
Double that?
No, that's 21 damage.
Yeah. So what you end up seeing in real time is that Eri has experienced all of this. She's been knocked to the ground, thrown off a back, stomped on. She's been electrocuted and then knocked unconscious, brought back to life, and then electrocuted again by this same construct. It is clear that Eri wants this thing to be over, wants this thing to be in the ground where it belongs.
bad.
And so you do 21 damage, is what I hear. It looks like this. You find yourself moving forward, nimbly moving across the crevices that are appearing in the ground, trying to keep your footing as the earth is shaking underneath this thing's footsteps. It goes down to one knee. You find your dagger and blade, and with the right angle, with the right force, you can dig it straight into this earthly creature as though it was a stone saw. Slice, grind, strip, and you see that cracks begin to form up and down its other leg. The other leg, as you do this immense damage to him. It's not broken, it's not snapped, but it is very, very, you can see the crack going all the way up and down its leg, let's say 7 or 8 feet. It hurts a lot. This thing doesn't yell, but it stumbles. It's very obvious that this hurt. Roll for your D100.
Magic sword.
58.
63.
63.
Yeah, 63.
Okay, cool. As this happens, the thunder clouds above are looming with their lightning having struck multiple towers in front of you, and you notice that Eri, as this mighty strike goes into the not the heart, but the heart of the leg of this construct, that her arm begins to completely phase in place, the dagger almost barely held on by her grip. And as you see this energy swell into her eyes, which light up, instantly you see that a cloud of dense fog expands around her as she is now completely encased in fog, and technically also the lower half of this creature, because it is all in the midst of this dense, cloudy environment.
Also, all the holes.
Great. We do need to mark this fog.
Does this follow me, or is this
Yes,
just
it's
there?
centered on yourself.
Okay.
So wherever you
The
go,
holes, please.
it is 20-foot radius. So what I would like
Fuck, it's far
is, let's do this. 20
I'm not
feet is
done with my attacks
only.
yet.
Oh, that's actually
That
kind of
actually-
perfect. It's a little short, but we're gonna say that that's pretty.
The
good.
outside edge of it.
Yeah, 20-foot radius, meaning it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's actually much bigger. My bad. I was
Yeah,
thinking
actually,
diameter.
yeah.
So we need something bigger. Let's just. Can you see if this is 4 tiles? Little big.
It's a little
Take
big.
the cap off.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so that is the circle. That is one length of the circle. It's actually pretty dark.
Can you just
like go over there?
Actually, it would be helpful if you pointed in the direction of the holes to see just how much is being obscured.
So it's 4.
The
whole thing.
Hey! Yeah, just go ahead and
So
lay it in
it's
there.
4 hexes in all
hear
directions.
lightning strikes?
I'll move. It's fine.
Cool. I mean, there are cool things that happen with fog. I don't know how much you would know because it's not a spell that you've like memorized.
Do you not have a bonus action dash?
No, I do, but I want to attack.
She did
with
a
my
2-weapon
other
attack
one.
and hit with the first one, and we're still waiting on the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
You get to hit again?
all of you need to know is that it's obscured. Okay, cool. Keep going.
All right, I'm gonna attack for my second one.
Because she has 2 daggers and she's a rogue and
It's not quite a crit. It is a 26.
That does hit though.
It's a 19 actually.
It was not a crit. I don't know what I would have done.
Dex daggers.
This one isn't as fun because I don't get sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
I assume, other than the fog, I
Nothing
assume I
happens.
don't get the sneak
Damage.
attack on that.
Yeah,
Just 2 damage.
Not quite as fun. 6 damage.
6 is damage.
And
Good.
then I'm going to, with my movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would give him that 10% to opportunity attack, but you're literally just fog, right? You're
Yeah.
like, there's no way he's ever gonna hit you. So,
there's
the fog goes to the
out.
corner.
that.
Okay.
That's some fast-moving fog. You just see like a cloud appear, and then it just, whoosh, like it just like sprints in one direction. Okay, great. Sick, awesome turn. We've got Aegon.
Well, I'm here.
I will highlight and narrate that this creature looks very, very bad. It looks very bad.
So
Wait, but we want the thing in his
Right,
We don't want to knock him down the hole.
we don't.
Yeah,
want-
exactly! Don't knock him down the hole!
I was
Change
curious
I'm
what
gonna
was
do.
down there.
All right, so the fog is lifted.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my pick, and I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna swing it. You said that she started a like craggy
big old crack
area.
in his remaining leg. Yeah.
Good. I'm going to walk up and put my pickaxe through that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, go ahead and give that attack.
I'm gonna just put it into that as best I can. That's gonna hit. 23.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage, my boy.
Nice.
Wait, where are you?
Underneath him now. Or are you behind him?
Hang on.
So he would be right here
Wanted
where she
this
was
leg,
before.
Yeah.
Hey, help. Do I?
What?
Why is the?
Yeah, I
what's
don't
the
know why there's a
differentiation?
difference. That's the Nathan question.
What's up?
There's a differentiation on D&D Beyond between 1d6 plus 4, 1d8 plus 4. The 1d8 plus 4 is below it and also kind of shadowed.
Oh, that
Two
has to
hands.
do with if you're using 1 or 2 hands.
Yeah.
The
I
bigger
would
number
assume
is
I'm
2
using
hands.
2 hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, because you're not holding an item.
Well, that's a bummer.
or whatever.
I rolled a 1. So it's 5 damage.
All right. Well,
Nice.
hey, 5 damage. I'm gonna say it does not break, but the crack widens. Do you want a real-time map of the crevices on his leg? I can like make a mock-up next to the board. We get multiple cracks going on at once.
Oh.
I do love this fight. I'm gonna do this digitally next time. All right, cool.
Has this lasted 14 years?
I mean, I don't care. It's sick.
It's sick. It's just.
So
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement because I don't know. Oh wait.
That's
How much movement do you have? You used a lot.
I have 40.
Oh.
How much is each of these tiles?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving away from the crags.
Okay.
Lightning.
Good point.
It's gonna expand on this turn.
Good point.
You're in the fog.
I'm depressed.
Well, you can be in the fog.
You can be in the
You
fog.
can be in the fog.
Unless it gets struck by lightning, and then it's water.
That's actually true.
I'm gonna go over
I'm
here.
not gonna tell you what's gonna happen with fog.
If I've learned
If that
anything from
lightning expands, you're
Genshin, it's
getting
that
hit.
Electro and Water
I'm standing
are good
here.
together.
I don't care if I'm in fog.
Okay.
Cool. You've made your
Life is
choice.
short
You have
and
to live with
depressed.
it. At the top of the round,
The future is.
You're gonna
lightning.
get hit with the lightning there in the fog.
As Ares
He might
spoke,
not.
it does
It's
come
gonna
true.
Oh,
Funny enough, I'm using.
Lightning.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm using this marker again.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Me.
Don't
That.
Thanks.
What a clock?
Cool.
5.
Oh.
It is this one.
Oh no.
I swear I rolled it. 1, 2, 3, and then 2.
That's not what they sounded like last time.
Oh,
Thanks.
and then
I
this.
think it's raining.
Hold on.
Hey guys, it's raining.
This one goes here.
Kind of moist.
Oh, no.
I didn't get it. Hello.
It said skirt.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. You do actually do get it.
No.
Electro dude. They took a left, but I gave it too strong on the left.
Probably.
And I did this and this and this and this.
On
Yep.
the highest of keys, I'm probably dead, friends.
As the supercharged electricity continues to launch through the ground, I need you to make a dex save.
Great.
It's not guaranteed damage.
Oh, nah.
20?
Yeah.
Just a save, no wild magic surge, but you do effortlessly dodge it. If you want to move, you can. If you can move,
Turn
you
it
want to
different.
I'm gonna move that way.
Great.
Out of the fog.
Out of the fog, indeed. Very cool. Good deck save. The lightning is now charged up. The construct. Oh, it's Cypress' turn.
I have a question regarding how fog interacts with lightning. How does fog interact with lightning?
Is Aegon asking me, or is Logan?
I'm very close to
How
lightning
does
and also
fog
in
react with
fog.
lightning?
Am I dead? Again?
I don't know. I
Wait
haven't
for
told
your
I,
turn.
I haven't told you anything has happened.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, fun fact: Fog Cloud is a concentration spell. So you
Am I
can't just.
casting it?
You can't. I don't know. It says.
Wild surge.
Well, actually, let me read it again.
The wild surge is cast.
If she gets another wild surge, it would stop.
Yeah, if I'm taking this very literally, it is just. It's a concentration spell. So you've cast it, and it's on yourself, and it lasts an hour.
Okay. I'll let it
Deconcentrate?
Can she let
And
it
for
go? Is it her
anyone-
casting or the wild surge?
I don't know.
Okay.
The way I'm interpreting this is no, you can't control it.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour.
Nothing conducts lightning. Not fog. Not dust. Not cloud.
Oh.
It just is.
I'm sorry.
So-
are you looking at like regular pedestrian Earth
Oh.
facts, or are you talking about facts?
I mean,
No.
I'm just
Okay, cool.
a
Cypress,
lonely
you're up.
crow.
Miss.
I'm a human now.
This
Okay.
is the story of a girl.
I wanna hit him like again and try to like knock him off balance on his. He's like still football stancing.
Yeah, I mean that's all he can do, right?
So I'm
He's
trying to knock him off
walking.
balance, but not knock him into the hole.
Can you grab his?
But which direction are you coming from?
So I'm coming from here, but I have 50 feet of movement, so I could come from here if I felt like it.
If you do, yeah. If you want to, yeah.
Is his?
Obviously, he'll fall in the direction you attack him.
Okay, well, last time he fell.
That's because you snap his leg.
Okay, so
You can try to do that with the weakened leg.
It is
Like so he's facing this way. So if you were to come from behind and hit him behind the calf or whatever with enough force, I can see him falling backwards.
Physics, body mechanics. We're talking about that.
okay, I'm gonna. He's there, so I'm gonna.
Oh, you know what? Why am I dumb? I'm dumb.
So if I hit him here, he'll either fall backwards this way or fall forward that way. Either way,
That's fair.
not in a hole.
Yeah, he only falls backward if you like break his leg, essentially.
Yeah. So
Break
I'm
his
gonna
leg.
go for
Break
like
his legs.
the back of him, take out his kneecaps, give him the knee.
That's
Give it the
not
attack.
the right direction.
Oh, but now I don't get advantage because there's no one on his face.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
Slices ACL.
What
He's a
ACL?
rock.
Rock CL?
Yes,
His RCL.
Let's see. That's a 7.
Oh no.
You're still a direwolf, right?
Yeah.
You're just like gnawing at stone. It's not really going through.
Alright, and then I'm gonna.
Awesome.
So I'm behind him.
Yeah,
So it's doubtful he'll hit me.
can you just leave?
Low chance, yeah.
I would just
Okay.
run.
I'm gonna. Boop.
Fog.
Boop.
Fog.
Boop.
Wet.
Boop.
Wet fog.
I think it's a. I'm just
Okay.
there.
You've moved. Good stuff.
I have like
Constructs.
50 foot of movement.
The construct, the charges of electrical energy in his body have actually subsided to the point where he's back to his original state. And
Oh, good.
you notice that he has one leg that snaps, another that's got kind of a big crack in the back, and he is kind of on one knee.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
he
no.
knows. Well, I'll put it this way: he's really only got one thing that he needs to do here, and actually, I'm going to roll one thing randomly.
Please don't.
Okay, cool.
No.
So what you notice is that he. I gotta be in front of camera to do this. I'm doing multiple things at once. You notice that he is on one knee like this. He just punched the ground, right? So you got the arm thing, you got all the damage from him, and he begins to pull his one leg in, the other leg into his chest, his arms inward, and he's literally going to try. He's not a ball shape, but he's going to try to roll. And so he is going to roll
No.
Oh.
in
No.
this direction
No.
as a straight line.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna go like this.
No.
Oh look, there's a person here.
No. No, there's not.
That's what I rolled for earlier. It
Okay.
there's some cracking going on, but it doesn't make
Just
any
goes over
meaningful. Yeah, it doesn't make any meaningful
No,
difference
there's
yet.
not.
I need you to make a dex save again. Giving you so many chances to save yourself here. Yeah, you're getting plowed, my dude.
Oh no.
This giant little boulder-looking thing starts rolling over. It's coming for you.
Rolling.
Actually rolled a 1 and a 1, tremendously bad, and then it's +4. So you're gonna take 6 damage. It could have been so
unconscious.
much.
Oh no.
I'm unconscious.
And he just rolls over, and his body, like a bowling ball, collides with the wall. And you see that the spine along his back makes contact with the electrical energy in the wall, and he is in ball form. Ready for this? And his body lights up with
What is
electrical
this,
energy
Samus?
again. Yeah, basically Samus and the Morphball just kind of like powered up with electrical energy.
Is this the second boss phase? Witness damage!
He is very
Now
badly
he's like
damaged.
a billion years away from me.
I mean, yeah.
Any chance you could billion years away from heal me?
That is
have
his
any
entire
more
turn, by the way.
healing.
So, Zinni, you're next.
She's pretty
Okay. That's not gonna work. I thought it was gonna work. So this is out from me.
Yeah.
Because out from me.
I was
okay,
expecting
so
him
that's
to be
not
closer to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna do all I can do.
Oh, I need to
And
resolve 2 fissures real fast.
Yeah, cure wounds touch.
The fissures he created from rolling do this.
I think she
Sorry,
might
I gotta do this real fast. This is a fissure, and this.
Oh.
and this.
Oh.
Okay, go. Done.
Someone please help me.
Okay, so Zinni's fangirling right now, so he has to like get over that for a sec.
ball!
And then he is going to do all that he can do, and first yell, "Don't hit it into the hole, please, please!" And then point his finger and cast Firebolt across the fissures at the
Do it.
at the thing.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is
glad you said something.
Roll a hit.
That's what I was going
And
for.
Lupin's after this.
Yeah,
If
so that's
I
a
were
ranged spell attack,
conscious,
and I have
I'd get
plus
mad at you.
5. That's fair. That's a 12.
12. 12 does not hit.
Okay.
Sucks, but it doesn't hit. You miss this gigantic thing.
Dang it.
Shreds it as it sails off
I'm
there.
gonna use it.
Move if you need to,
I
bonus action if you need
just
to.
looked at it. I was like,
Lupin.
versus range.
Lupin, you're up.
I'm gonna heal. I'm going to heal
Some
him
range on it.
60 feet, so I can
Great.
reach him
Yep.
without moving
Healing
yet.
word.
Healing word regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your plus 3. Okay.
That's very good in this situation. Go to like get him off his butt.
7.
7.
That was very good. What do you say?
That's max.
Get up, feel better.
I do.
You're still on the ground.
I feel kind of better.
But you have 7 hit points now, and you're not dead,
Just
which
like-
is nice.
Ow.
Exactly. That's the
I
healing
have the
word.
vague memory of Zinni being like, "Don't hurt it," and I'm just like inherently angry at him.
Not super out there. So
I'm just gonna end up moving like right about
I'm just not
here.
super happy that Zinni's still trying to protect this thing.
yeah.
I'm to the point of killing.
You
him.
asked if
I'm
this was
not
the second
happy.
phase of the boss fight. It kind of is. I figured you were going to deconstruct him into a ball at some point. So here's how mechanically this is going to work. He's in ball form, so he can't see. He's also in ball form, which means he's faster. He's also in ball form, which means he's not attacking you with strikes, but instead just trying to bowl you
Bowl
over.
us.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to randomly determine his direction, and he's going to move 80 feet in that direction.
Wow.
Essentially the length of the entire room, depending on where he goes.
Nobody is safe.
Okay,
So how do we stop?
so let me roll d12.
How do we stop him though?
This is pinball. It's
Wait,
literally
wait,
pinball.
wait. If there are
Okay.
baseball
Wait,
with
wait,
my
wait.
war
Yeah.
there are so many cracks in the ground and there's basically like just like a divot forming here and he's a ball. Can he get stuck?
That's a
in the
good
pit?
point.
Would he
Are
get
you
stuck or
asking
would
if he
fall
might fall
through?
in one of the holes?
Not fall, but like balls get stuck. Like,
He's-
in
Right.
little crevices.
If he's,
Yeah,
if he's
like if
too,
it's like this,
he's too
a ball
wide.
would just
Yeah,
sit
so his
in it.
diameter is the same as what his shoulders were previously, which is 10 feet. So you would need, at minimum, a 10-foot wide gap for him to get
Is
stuck.
that
So
a
you
10-foot
need him
wide
to
gap?
get the entire
That is-
diameter.
Yeah, 10 feet is just 2 hexes.
Yeah.
This is-
So
Next
he
to each
could,
other.
if he rolled there, he would get stuck.
If he went exactly into that spot, yeah, he would.
He would
Okay.
fall down though, right? Those
Yeah,
are full
that's
of
big enough for him to
holes,
fall down.
right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a 10-foot
So we need
radius.
him to avoid that. Is what.
Uh-oh.
If we
Basically.
want the arc reactor,
Yeah.
which is now currently fully
I'm gonna let you make
charged
your
with
strategic
lightning.
choices. I'm gonna resolve this as you're talking.
alright,
Cool, cool,
alright.
cool, cool,
To
cool, cool,
find-
cool.
He revs up. I
Where the
rolled.
star pointed.
Yeah.
I rolled 7 o'clock, which
No.
is.
Yeah, you have a vested
So
interest
is the
in this.
So here he
Because
comes.
We need that
Is the
reactor to
Tesseract like
find
on the
stars.
inside
Yep.
of him now?
It is on the inside of his
Well,
body.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
So here we go. He goes to the spot,
So
which
we
means
just
he
have
goes
to decommission him.
Just misses me.
and he strikes against the wall. Here are some fissures.
Uh-oh.
God, that hole's getting big.
In the middle. Great.
Fissure
boy.
and fissure and fissure. Why not? And fissure and fissure like that. That seems fair. Cool. He bounces into the wall, and the way that he's bouncing off the wall, because there was a very slight curve to the structure of the walls when you first came into the room, so he kind of pops up, and it's gonna take his momentum in another direction on his next turn. Those. Ooh. I need. I need these 2 players
Yeah.
to roll investigation.
Ooh.
That's really what it is.
I got a 3.
3? How you doing?
Nice.
Please,
I'm chill.
please.
Like that's
Nat
a
20.
hole.
Yeah!
So
Said it.
I did. That's funny. I can't give you a wild surge because I prompted you to take it. That's just like that's a free action. I know it's an ability check, blah blah blah, but I was using it to determine the amount of information I was to close.
I
I know. It only matters if you initiate the action.
I actually
Otherwise,
didn't
it's
know
me.
that
Yeah.
about the wild surge.
Yeah, because in situations where I say I need 2 of you to roll perception, that's just 2 more chances to get a free wild magic surge, which
That
like
makes
is not super fair. So on your
Well,
attacks, yes. On your initiated actions, yes. Not on saves, not on things that I tell you to do.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, so this is very funny because what I was simulating was your capacity to read the angles of his reflection off the surface. So essentially, Lupin, you're playing master billiards right now inside of this room,
Cool.
and you are absolutely certain that his trajectory. Interesting.
he's going to go in a straight line from his center of mass where he is right now to this spot on the map.
He's going.
Oh no!
I swear to you, I rolled 12 o'clock. It's right here. So he is going to roll directly in that direction. You know this for absolute certain.
No,
I put it on the map because
it
you're
only
rolling
works
at
in-
20.
So I could stand in front of him,
Can I tell
but
him
that would
to
just hit
roll
me.
away?
And he keep rolling.
No, he's
Oh.
falling. If he hits
Maybe
that,
we can make
he
the argument that he
falls.
bounces off of me, but I don't think
Yeah.
that would work.
Okay, cool.
We have to
It is
that's-
Axios' turn.
Oh, never mind. You're not up anymore.
He's very badly hurt. We've established this. He's in ball form. The reactor's kind of in the middle of his chest. Limbs in, rolling
Okay.
on the crash course with the biggest
I
hole in
could
the
maybe
middle of the
hit
map.
him and like bump him. Since he's a
Yeah,
ball, I
that
could
might
probably bump
be
him.
a good idea.
Yeah,
If
I
we
was
bump-
thinking.
But if anyone else can do something before that,
I was thinking maybe
I wish
if
I
I
had
run
imagined this
up
was
to
so
him,
bad.
because can he
But you're
hear?
You're fluff.
Sorry.
We don't know if he can hear. I was thinking maybe I could be like, "Hey, come this way!" Like I hit him, and then I like make a lot of noise and stuff.
Well, you've got like 6 seconds before he starts rolling, so you gotta take your turn.
I mean, my first. Ooh.
What would Axios
wait,
do?
I have an idea. What if I?
And Ari, you're next, and then
Yeah,
you're
but
going
he's
after.
huge.
I feel like I just
am.
want to run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Easy peasy.
Yep, easy
well,
peasy,
I'm
be there.
gonna be there.
What?
No, continue.
Okay.
I had a thought for my.
Yeah, thinking's a free action, believe it or not.
Well,
know.
I don't have anything creative. I would just hit him with my war pick, I guess.
Honestly, it might do the job, right? Like he's not not guaranteed, but like
Yeah.
it's here. There he is.
Hit it.
Do
hit
it.
I'm just-
Hit it.
I might just for fun because I care about you and all of this. A bonus action is what it takes to load your pickaxe.
That's true. I can't remember what the other things are though. I could
Your character literally can't remember.
I could put more acid on him. I was thinking maybe the tendrils of the black jade could hold him in place, but I don't know if they would be strong enough to do that.
Try it.
You have to make the choice.
Sure, I'm
They
gonna
can't
try
tell
it.
you anything.
I'm gonna try it. YOLO. I want to use black jade
Okay?
with the idea that the tendrils.
Yeah, I got you.
Trap him.
You load
Trap.
it in. Pop. Give it
Hit
that
it.
attack. Good luck.
23.
23 definitely hits your yes! Strikes in. Bing! And it digs deep into the side of the ball of
Cool.
carriage of this pinball as he's
Yeah.
rolling, and you see so the acid, it was like a water gun. It was like, and it shoots forward from the arc of the war pick. In this case, it's more like a poof of a black cloud. And as it explodes, you see little tendrils stretch out and begin to essentially stick to like leeches the outside of this carriage, his body, and it begins to pulse with black energy as though it was trying to suck life out of him.
Oh, it sucks life.
He's it's
he-
necrotic tendrils. Bummer.
He takes damage. Go ahead and roll your
I did
attack.
8.
8 damage, and then roll d6.
I know, but
I'll use this one.
I have
It's
an
fine.
idea.
The 6.
It's a 6.
4.
That's good. That's 12 damage. Very cool. You see it, boom, do that. It's necrotic damage.
Got it.
And he doesn't seem to be affected in any other way. Cool.
That's
Good attack.
your
Yeah, because she used all 3
So
things.
worth. I know.
He looks
has ro-
very badly hurt.
he has rope embedded inside of him,
He does.
and there was
Yeah, it's like
50
rolling
foot,
around the
foot
ground.
of rope
Ah!
that I dropped here.
Okay, hold on. Great. Now we
So
get
he
to
has
draw the
rope
rope.
like
Hold on.
rope.
So because he came from here to there,
I dropped it when I was here-ish.
it would be 50 feet.
I wish I'd known that. Maybe we could have
It's
done something with
5,
it.
10,
I don't know.
15, 20, 25,
Who's
30,
after me?
35,
Oh,
40, 45,
Sarah's
50.
turn. That's
It goes.
perfect.
There's a line of rope in the ground. Well, wait, wouldn't it be rolled up around?
Yeah, wouldn't it be wrapped around
Yeah.
him? Yeah.
Some
Let's
of it
give it.
would
Let's
be
give it
wrapped around
a. Let's
his
give it
body.
a 40% chance
Do we
to
want
be
to do
stuck
the
on
math
him.
to find his circumference to see how much of the rope?
How much rope is
Yeah.
consumed? I literally will do that if it's stuck to
tie
him.
off.
Because I feel like it's more than likely that it's not. So I'm giving it 40% chance that it is stuck. Here's the roll. It is stuck. So, oh god, he's 20 feet, and he's which is
wraps around
roughly,
twice.
which is like roughly like 15, kind of like a diameter 15, which very roughly speaking, let's say that
It's
it
more
tangled
than
around
50
him
feet.
once,
Okay.
and
50 feet. My ID is
Yeah.
50 feet.
So unfortunately, it really sucks. I'm
Okay,
gonna have
so
the
that-
rope.
that
I'm gonna
actually
put the
doesn't
rope
help me.
right here. This is rope that's on the ground right now.
okay. Ah, dang! I did want that to work, but so the rope is wrapped around him once, and then it's just like kind of the rest of it's laying on the ground
So
there.
fuck.
Cool.
Hang on.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. I'm one space away from.
Your little legs just couldn't get there. In time.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. I have a walking speed of 30. I'm a elf.
Yeah.
I can get there with my my cunning action, my
Oh,
dash
yeah,
action
you
as
totally
my
can.
bonus,
Yeah, you totally
and I
can.
can grab this rope
Okay.
and,
then-
yank it.
Tie it to something.
What are you're gonna yank the rope?
You're gonna pull me.
Tie it to something. Tie it to
I
something.
want
You
to.
weigh a
Giant
pound.
creature.
You weigh 3 pounds. You literally weigh nothing.
I'm kind of strong.
Three-
You could
three whole
tie
pounds.
it to me.
Tie it to the
Question
rock.
mark?
I
Tie it to the
wouldn't
rock.
tie it to you.
Oh, definitely tie it to
What?
Axios. Tie it to Axios.
Crevice?
Let's go.
Crevice in the ground. tie it
Is
to
there
that.
something I can tie it to?
Like a crevice in the
Axios.
ground? Like yeah.
Tie it to try it to a crack in the ground?
Well,
Can
no,
you-
like
can
an
you, like,
outcropping
stake
of
it?
the crack.
Do you happen to have stakes or something you could use as stakes?
I have that climbing like.
Spike.
You did. That didn't. It didn't stick in his
It
body. You
didn't
do.
stick
You do
in.
have it. Let's say you have it for fun. You
try
want
and
to.
stake it into
stake
stakes.
the rope in
We'll
the
stick,
ground?
let's stick it
There's
like
a
inside the
crevice.
crevice.
I'm gonna
Like,
try to
this.
stake it inside that.
Oh, there is
crevice.
a crevice.
There is.
Wow, that's
How does that
pretty,
work?
That's pretty cool.
Stonks.
It is. Dude, it's an
Sandbox.
attack. It's just the same attack as before. It's your dagger attack -2.
-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, so
Do
plus
it.
five.
So
Come
you
on,
see her
baby, come on.
sprinting over, and she's got this climbing stake, and she's
No,
like,
you see
"Oh
the flop. It's a
no!"
9.
Oh
It's the ground.
Exactly.
It's the ground.
No.
It's just
I
Oftentimes,
was
how
just
well
not
it's
strong
been.
enough to get
yeah,
it.
exactly. So this is
Cloud
this is
of
hold on. We're not done yet. This is like tying a knot in a way because you're staking the rope into the ground. Although this is a strength-based check. Well, it's an attack-based check rather than a dex-based check. So you have staked it into the crevice with a strength of 9.
Do I get any bonus for it being in the crevice and not just in the ground?
Nope.
Okay.
Ah,
The only reason this is even feasible is because of the crevice. I was
enough,
almost
just
like,
thought
we're gonna
I'd
tie
check.
it to what exactly? Okay, so the rope is there, in the ground. There it is.
Cool.
Rope is on it. He's gonna roll it a little bit. Aegon, what do you got for me?
I don't have any more movement. I can't get out of the way.
You definitely are
Rip.
close to him.
Uh-oh.
So I'm
Am I
gonna
gonna
try
do
and
something
Yeah,
really
actually-
stupid? I mean, you know what are my odds?
Isn't this
right?
what you said before charging the bowl door? You're like,
What
I'm
are
gonna
you
do
about to
something.
do, buddy?
Oh no! Do it.
Oh
Whatever.
yeah! All right, so I'm
That's
spending.
what the construct gets to say when he breaks
So
down
I'm
the wall.
spending. So 20 movement.
Yep.
I guess I'm dashing because I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How do you? That's 40.
That's
right?
40, yeah.
It's 40.
9, 10.
you can't get this.
So with the dash
I
action,
can't-
with the dash
He has
action,
a
that's
40
80 feet,
speed,
and
yeah.
you've just counted it out there.
But it's not.
Yeah. With the dash, that's 80
Yeah,
minus
he can't,
12.
That's Goliath perks right there.
Oh boy.
Plus
You
monk
get right in
perks,
front of
but-
it.
Plus ones.
Yeah.
Among Goliath is a
So
straight
I'm
attack.
going
80
to
all the way across.
just,
But
like,
with the
I'm gonna-
with the
I'm gonna-
die roller.
Just gonna use
I'm gonna get up and I'm
there.
gonna like use my hulking mass, which by the way I can be considered as a larger object because I'm a Goliath.
Yep.
I'm also almost 8 feet tall.
I am aware.
I just want you to know,
Yep.
and I weigh 310 pounds.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
shove my
agree with my
shoulder
guess.
Because you
into
stand
the
up.
rock.
You, into him. You are shoulder bashing the creature.
I'm not smart. I'm just a rock.
Oh no.
You made it across the
Just
field,
a
so
rock.
it can't be an attack. You've spent your attack running.
I'm trying to deflect him.
I understand.
Can this be like a
I want you to roll athletics.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait, don't. Whose turn is next?
Me.
It's Cypress's.
I'm going to also deflect him. Can we
For-
like do that together?
The record. I want to be here.
Pause that roll. Do your thing first.
Okay. So I am going to be big and run and knock him like that way.
Okay. You're not actually that big. Oh, you're
I'm
a wolf.
large,
You're
yeah.
the dire wolf.
We're both large creatures.
Okay, so you're both sprinting.
I have a thing to not. I don't know how
Neither of you have actions because you've both taken.
No, I don't need. I have a 50-foot.
Yeah, he can make
Oh, because you're a wolf. I keep forgetting this. Okay, so you can get there and then you're
And
like
then
attacking. I guess.
attack. Yeah.
Okay, then what I'll do is I'll give yours.
Plus, I get advantage on attack because
I think you should
they're
just
around.
attack. I think you should just attack, and then we'll do the athletics thing. So you, I know this is backwards. I know you went
That's okay.
first. Do your attack first.
Okay. Boom, and I get advantage because they're around.
Yep.
tactics.
That's 16
That does hit.
and 9.
Okay, well it hits.
Okay.
Do that damage. I am
damage.
reminding you that he looks very bad.
10.
10. Good.
And then he has a DC. I don't know. He has a DC 13 to be knocked prone. Would that just knock him over?
Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Now, so he is still alive. Now comes the fun part. You two get your athletics checks ready because
So-
of your shoulder bash routine.
The wolf
here.
doesn't have an athletics
Then
stat.
it's just strength.
Just raw strength?
Yeah, raw
Okay.
strength. Yep. Don't roll.
Would I add proficiency?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
You're not trained in the shoulder bash technique.
Wait, I have bad news. Lightning, top of the
Yeah,
round.
I am.
You did it?
No, I'm doing it now. I just wanted all this at once so we could have it all in one place.
I got you.
It is unlikely that this affects the next thing.
Making sure.
I have rolled it. Was
You seem unhappy.
I'm very concerned right now.
I don't think this is going too well.
This is fine.
Oh, maybe it does matter. It is this one.
Oh no. Oh no.
There
So
we
now-
go.
That's actually only 2, so I'm okay
Yeah.
for right now.
Yeah, the pattern is 332. So you're actually
thank
good.
goodness. Okay.
You still have fog on you, by the way.
I do.
Oh no.
All right, cool.
We're all in fog right
You're all
I
enshrouded
drop
in
it.
fog
I
right
didn't
now.
do anything about it.
Okay, great.
Lucas is over here like, out of fog.
Hello?
What's going on in
I
the
hear
fog?
noises.
Okay, now comes the fun part. The construct is taking its next movement action. It is attempting to just barrel across the field, destroy the ground, plow you down, whatever it takes. And as it bounces off the wall, it comes in the opposite direction, and 2 of you are there, throwing the entirety of your weight, your large self and your giant, large wolf self into it. We are going to do it's essentially like a contested athletics check here, but I'm making up stats because it's like it's a pinball, right? So how much does it really have?
The inertia.
Given that it has a movement of 80 feet, I'm just gonna arbitrarily say, because it seems pretty fair, that the athletics of its roll is double either of yours. So I'm gonna have it roll twice. It has a +5 to strength. It does not have an athletic skill. We are going to roll, and I'm going to tell you what you need to beat. If you beat it squarely, you can stop it in place. You'll literally just halt its momentum as it's trying to turn around, and it will stay in place, and you might even, depending on how well you do, not take damage from getting plowed. If you lose, you are both getting plowed, and it's going to continue on its journey. And if you lose badly, it might drag you with it as it rolls along the ground. So, good luck to the 2 of
We
you.
go out
The rope
together.
may stop it, right?
But the rope
May stop
it. I'm gonna roll in front of the table.
Just do a +1 because rope.
No, heck no. So both of these are +5, and then we're adding it together, and that's what you have to beat. Cool. Because it's athletics.
How do Nats play into this? If we get there, we'll cross that bridge.
We'll figure it out. I have in my mind what I typically do for this stuff. For those who are watching at home, the roll is a 4 and a 5.
Ooh.
That means that the 2 of you combined with your combined
Wrestling technique need to be. That is 10 plus 9 is 19.
We have
Combined, you have to beat 19, which literally means a single one of you can do it.
This
All
is
right.
acrobatics or
Yeah. This
No,
is
athletics.
this is it's athletics. It said the athletics.
Do
yeah.
it.
Get
Do it. Do it. Do it.
3,
Can they stop it from falling in the pit?
1. Minus a 30, 20.
19.
Easily.
Our buff guy.
You see, after all this shit, Harry dashes forward, cloud around her, stakes the stake in the ground with the rope on it. You see the other 2 sprint forward as much as possible, a dire wolf making a lunging attack, and then, as the pinball of a construct ricochets up the wall and hits. It doesn't make a good impact. It's not keeping a lot of its momentum. And there are two large creatures there with hands up, knowing the risk, knowing that if they fail, they could get crushed, they could take massive amounts of damage, be dragged into a pit and fall, but they know that they need to stop this thing for their journey to continue. And as you two stand there together, side by side, do you say anything in what could be your last moments? Fair enough. It's fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't prepared. Oh gosh.
Here it comes.
Wait, this one's for you, you stupid old bag.
And you two boom against it, and the force is just more than enough to boom, push it back in place, back into the wall as it collides with the surface that it was just ricocheting off of, and it comes to a still in place. Its momentum completely ceased. Its turn effectively canceled. And it is preparing to rev up for its next direction. I will give this one to you for free as I roll my d12. Its motion, its motors begin to spin up again, and you can tell based on the rotation of its inner core that it is rotating in the direction of.
You just won't even believe it. This exact spot.
Hey!
As I roll the 12.
Oh no.
Okay, but its turn is over, and it looks like it's on its last leg. Zinni, you are up
Really?
next.
Okay,
No way.
so,
Zinni, what are you doing over there?
well, did Zinni see Axios use the Black Jade spell?
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
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 That was before the fog got there.
Rock.
Okay,
It doesn't have life.
Should have a fog timeline here.
if you're cool with this,
It's worth it because I know what it does now.
Zinni's eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. He starts like tearing up, and he's not moving.
Are you voluntarily giving up your turn for backstory purposes?
Potentially.
How dare you?
I absolutely respect you.
And I'm a guest. I can do what I want. Keep going.
So you're locked there. You're frozen.
I'm frozen in place.
Okay. Do you want to share like what your thoughts are, or?
How dare you be good at role playing?
I figured that was
These
gonna
two
happen
like it.
after battle.
Can you at
Okay,
least do
yes.
a save throw to see if you fall into this
I
paralyzation?
can if we.
I think that because I know what you're thinking
Yes.
about, I think it definitely is a wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom save.
So give it that wisdom save.
Yes. What is my wisdom
Nah, please.
save? Wisdom save.
Oh wait, he doesn't get
It's
wild
not
magic
effective,
surge.
yeah.
Nope. He literally doesn't have that condition at all.
That is a 15.
15. So you see this black, dark magic
Yeah.
emanate from the war pick. You weren't even given a really good understanding of why it was there.
Mhm.
What is it doing here? Why is it present? And so you're shocked. You're just kind of put into shock from that. And your feet are locked. However, you pull yourself together because you know that there's something important for you to
Okay.
do.
Alright.
If you want movement, you can have movement.
Kill it.
But no action.
No action.
He ain't gonna move from there. There's danger over there. So he will just kind of stand there and kind of like shake it off, and that's his.
Actually, you rolled 15, right?
Yeah, 15.
Actually, you can have an action. If in the moment this shakes you so suddenly,
Yeah.
but you have multiple weighty reasons why you need to push through this.
Okay.
This is the moment that you've been working for,
Okay.
and these are the only people that have really respected you as friends
Okay.
to be a part of this.
Yes.
15 is exactly enough to have one action. So,
Okay.
So take your turn as
So-
normal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna face that direction.
Yeah, you are almost completely shaken of your resolve.
Okay, can I get? Let's see. If I try to hit a firebolt through there, will that hit them?
So he is heavily obscured by fog, which
Okay.
means that you would roll with disadvantage. And you're firing into fog.
Will that have the chance of hitting anybody in that crowd?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Low chance, but a chance.
You know, Zinni sees this is kind of handled. So
Do you see that it's been handled?
I see that they're doing things. And
Actually, no. Actually, I'm gonna
Yes.
prod this because
Yeah.
what you saw
Yeah.
was, and you see the body of the giant emerge above the fog just
Yeah.
a little bit. It falls down, and it's. You would presume, because like everyone else, you can tell this pinball mechanic that it might be coming in the other direction. Everything else is obscured. So
Yeah.
the question is, with your character in this moment, with all this fog, believe that you need to do something about this and cast a spell, or would your character in this moment do nothing because you don't see anything going on? What do you feel?
Oh, he would not. I mean, he's not going to try to attack unless like he can get a clear
That's
shot.
kind of what I
So
thought.
yeah, so no, he's not
You
going to.
play it safe. If you want to do anything else,
No, he's just going to chill there and wait and see what happens.
Lupin, you're in a similar situation because you can't see anything.
I'm an idiot.
You can just
Prepare an action. I'll hit it if it comes out of the fog. Keep going.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good idea.
What does prepare an action mean?
So you give up your turn, but say if this thing happens before the start of my next turn, you get to do it for free because you spent your turn to do that.
So
It's
so his ready
your
action.
turn to something.
Yeah, you're like stalling it. So his ready action was if I can see the construct, then I will use the spell. So he gives up his turn, but if he can ever see the construct, then he gets his action for free.
I guess if I see the thing emerge, then I'll produce flame.
Okay, produce flame.
Can I bonus action something then?
You can. Yeah.
I'd like to tie the rope around myself.
That is an action.
That's an action? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I only gave her that because that's very much a rogue-like thing
okay.
as a bonus action, and so I was just like, here, you can have it.
What rope?
I was just thinking if
Your rope?
it falls into a hole, I can tie myself to something.
It's a good idea, but it's not in your hands.
Yeah,
The
that's okay.
action's been too fast. So you've got your ready action. You've got your ready action. That
It's
takes
his
us.
turn.
It takes us to the construct again. Oh no! Wow,
we're all
That
in
is-
the way.
funny. So,
Oh. Oh.
man, guys.
Can it lose its whole turn?
So
we
it
get a
lost its
chance?
last turn.
Yeah, can it lose its whole
Full round,
this
full round. It's like
No.
stun for a
It's
round.
gonna hold.
I'm
it's
going to
gonna-
determine. How much momentum we can generate since it was brought to a complete stop.
And we are-
So this is kind of a luck thing.
We are
Yeah.
right on top.
Oh, I know. I'm very aware. But he's got a core on the inside that allows him to spin up energy and then force it out. Much like a Beyblade. So you've got this thing going on.
He turns from a bionicle
Let it rip.
into a
We
Beyblade.
really got all the 90s coming through in this session here. I'm going to roll. It's moderate. We're gonna give him just over half.
That's plenty.
We're gonna give him a little over half of what his athletic potential is. And my understanding is that all of you will want to just like keep
Stop
him
it
there.
again.
Right?
As well as he is wrapping himself up in the rope as he gets closer to the stake.
Really
The
tangling him up here.
throwing that out
Stake is in that ground.
Anyone that's in front of him, do you join in the effort?
Yeah.
I imagine you
Yeah.
all want to. So
Yeah.
the four of you, go ahead and roll athletics. You would have to do pretty poorly to lose this, but just know that you have to do really well, like last round, to not take damage from this.
Are you stuck,
It's
Justin?
a 7.
7?
15.
Oh, okay.
14.
21.
Drop the lowest,
So
And the
15,
highest?
14, 21.
and then give me the average.
Hold on.
15, 14, 21 is 45?
Six.
Over 3.
It's 16.
It's 50 divided by 3, which
It's
is
16.6 repeated.
Cool. So, you all join together. He's revving up his motor to push into you, and all of you, with your combined force, are able to keep him from getting beyond you. He stays as he starts kind of rolling over pieces of rubble and fissures that are around him and begins to clock into all four of you. So you're all going to take damage.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna go
It's
down.
not going to be very big damage because he can't muster up enough momentum for this. So I'm going to have. I should really just roll once for all of you. That's the fair thing here. You all take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
That is
That's
not
pretty
good.
bad.
I have 2.
Ooh.
My wolf has.
But
health.
he does lose the rest of his turn because he's kept in place. I am going to change his positioning very slightly.
Might
It
be
looks
acid time.
like this.
Is Aerie
Oh, he's over the.
And
Aerie
you're,
being
and you're
down,
unconscious.
Does that
I'm
make her
unconscious.
unconscious and therefore lose fog? Because she's the corporeal form,
Yep.
the ascendancy.
Yep.
Let's go to fog.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness.
Yeah, so funny enough, just taking damage can often cause it. If I remember, I really hope I didn't miss this up, but I don't think you would take
I hadn't
damage
taken any.
between fog and
Yeah.
now. So you
Hadn't.
actually just, that's the
So-
time you lose it.
Is there any
No more fog.
hole in him, or is he just
Like where the leg is missing?
yeah?
You're
like-
asking good questions, but Fog is gone, which actually means we have 2 actions that need to trigger in
Oh,
order.
yes.
What do you mean?
Immediately,
ready to knock
Zinni,
him
after
because they
all
can
this,
see him.
you know, I trust my friends. They can do this. They hold him back. The fog clears and Ares unconscious on the ground for the second time. And the 3rd time in this campaign.
Yeah.
And you realize that she's in danger.
Yes.
They're in danger. Aegon looks battered. Really bad. Very bad.
Not
And
doing great.
it is time to finish this.
Yeah.
This creature
I wanna
looks
hear Zinni's
very,
accent.
very bad. I'm highlighting this creature looks very poorly put together, and it is about to break. It is your turn. Go ahead and use that ready to action.
Okay, can I hit him from here? With
Yeah.
it? Okay,
Sure,
so
looks
it'll
like
it'll
it.
be just normal
Oh
roll.
look,
And you're
she's
doing what is
down.
it?
It's clear.
He's
Fireball.
also
Yeah.
beak.
Fireball. So yeah,
Boy.
again, finger gun. Die!
I want you to hit, my friend, so you better hit.
Okay, it's fine.
Please.
18.
18 hits.
18.
Yeah.
Does 18 hit?
I hope so.
Why don't you roll for damage?
Okay.
All right.
There's a very... Yeah. I want to know. I want to know.
Okay. 1d10. Somebody else give me a d10, because this d10 has been
You don't
hurting
want
me.
My dice have been awful.
I'm pretty sure
Same.
D10 is.
Here you go.
Do you want percent?
Thank you. Cool, I'll get this one. It's a shiny one. That's great. Are you freaking kidding me?
It's a 1.
No,
it's a 3.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Is that just enough? Someone
Is
says
it
just
not
enough.
enough?
His full
Please,
health left.
please,
enough.
please,
His
please,
full
I'm
health
begging
left.
you.
It's not enough.
His full
I'm
health left.
begging
Wait,
you.
I have a spell too.
Yeah, wait, you have 4 turns until he gets to move again. It's gonna be alright.
I want you to know,
Yeah,
at the start of the fight,
yeah.
I told you it was between 100 and 200 HP.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh, I missed that.
Yes.
Just as a general estimate of how
Yeah.
tardy he was as a
Oh.
character, before you took your attack,
He had
Yeah.
5
the
health.
amount of damage that he had
Yeah.
taken
Yeah.
was 140.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7.
He had 150 health.
He had 3 health.
Oh my god!
So,
Give me an
Zinni,
additional golden arrow.
Zinni,
Hey.
Perfect kill.
how do you want to finish this? Man?
So, you know, exactly like I said, he has no movement, so he's literally just like kind of on the ground and like just, you know, all those memories are coursing through his head right now.
But you
and just
saved.
kind of-
You
yes.
saved the wisdom.
And
save.
kind of, no, but I'm saying in
Yeah.
a like basically almost a blind rage, but like a cold blind rage. He just looks at him. He's like, die, and just bang.
And so after this
Yes.
awesome one-liner,
Yes.
a really itty bitty fireball on his finger.
No,
and
it's a sniper bullet, dude.
yeah, it's like right, just like a, and it fires and strikes somewhere in the kind of the shoulder-like looking part of him, and you see as the damage finally, after all of this fighting, you see that there's been acid damage to one of his knees and to his waist. You see that his eye almost got pecked by a raven, and that he's been stabbed in the back of the leg. He's been war-picked across the knee. He's been punched. He's been vomited on. You see as these spells and these attacks begin to take their toll, and finally, with the last straw, as he starts to roll, is revving up. Instead, you hear a and like stone grinding on stone, you hear as pieces of his body begin to fall apart. And his body essentially just it just dissolves in pieces, falls apart, and the electrical energy inside holding it together like a magnetic pole withers and begins to die with a small little spark coming from the core itself. And finally, this construct lays its rubble in front of all of you.
What about the thing? What about the thing?
And in the middle of its former chest, there's a little metallic sphere. It's got things that look very engineered, like a cylinder with little pieces that stick out of it for particular fixtures or connectors. And in the middle of it is its own sustaining lightning in a bottle as it sparks. You have now exited combat.
Great.
Hey, Zenny,
I'm down.
I think the ball you
I'm gonna-
needed was,
Unwolf and
I think it's here.
cast Cure Wounds.
Thanks.
Come over here and cast Cure Wounds. What's in here?
Yeah, can we just walk
Can
around
we- can we
using,
heal her,
using
please?
people?
Yeah, take care of that first.
Results
Somebody
all hit
heal her.
points,
Yes.
but there's still stuff
Please
to
heal her.
happen here. Cypress, you are healing Airy here. Do you say or do anything?
hold on, let me.
Get up.
+3.
Can I also proceed to use Cure Wounds walking over to
You can.
Aegon?
Yeah, as long as y'all are tracking your
Yeah,
spell
I'll
slots.
be like,
The one that I used.
you did good. You fought well.
How many do I get?
1d8
58.
plus 3.
That is a D8.
So that's 8.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna do it again because I've got a million spell slots.
3. I'm gonna do it again for you.
Oh yeah, good
That's
point.
6.
You just constantly have.
What's happening with all this lightning?
And how are you?
Five.
You
I
got
have
more to go.
14,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it again.
We're fine.
One more time.
That's 10.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
Hopefully.
That's
Okay.
fine. That is
Okay.
max health. Okay, I'm good.
Cool.
I'm also.
Oh wait, are
maxed
people
out.
healing?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
I'm
anyone
back
else
up
need
at
healing?
max.
Are you okay?
I mean, I have 14, but
So
we'll probably rest.
Hello.
soon.
Alright.
All I need is 5 hit points.
Is that the only one they got?
I hope so.
That could have been.
Strike the
worse.
ground again. Strike
At
the ground.
that
8.
moment,
Yeah.
8.
you hear from the other wall.
No!
No, just kidding.
Pull up.
No, wait.
Hold up.
Hold up a minute.
Hold up.
All right, cool. So,
Can it like fall down and then just roll
probably
and
gonna
fall on the ground?
and then the core
No, you'll
rolls
lean back.
forward.
So you're good, by the way.
If I did that for fun, I would have had it like be attached to the rope somehow, and then just like dangling there.
Your rope saved it.
50, only 50 feet down.
Say so. That's a callback. It's a callback.
It's a callback. Thanks for that. Okay, cool. So as this is happening, you notice that the thunderclouds continue every now and then to strike a random pole. It is clear that given enough time, and assuming the storm doesn't subside quickly enough, this entire floor might become a electric grid of sorts. Y'all should probably
Run.
get out of there.
What's up?
We
We need to leave.
Grab the
Pick
core
up,
and
pick
go.
up the thing
Yeah, yeah.
and then leave.
He'll like run
Leave.
over like, okay, we need to go now.
Alright, so
Which way
that's
should we
that
go?
way?
You want to point
No,
to
that way.
yeah.
Who is carrying the core? Zinni's carrying the core. Great.
Don't
It's in your
get
bag.
How big is the core?
executed.
Okay.
Hey Zinni,
Okay.
you've expressed in the past that you would die if you got hit. Would you die if I hit you?
How much can you hit me for?
A lot. What do you want?
I have 15 hit points.
Okay, you
do,
wouldn't die.
Do what you want to.
I'm gonna hit him
Why?
Okay.
Why?
for defending the thing that killed me twice and her twice. I'm gonna hit him
Yep.
because I'm mad.
So
Okay.
as you're standing there,
Yes.
this guy comes across and he just
I'm just
straight
gonna
up
look at
punches
you and be like,
Oh no.
and I'm gonna punch him in the face. It's an unarmed strike, so. Oh wait, I should probably roll for a hit. It's a 13. What's your AC?
I have a 13. My AC is a 13.
13.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
Okay,
you
so I
cast
guess it
your
doesn't
thing?
Oh
reaction?
yeah. Well, he's not
No,
expecting
shield
it,
is
so
okay.
no. Yeah.
Shield is until the end
So
of
I
your
get
next
advantage? Is that what I'm understanding?
Well.
Yes, that actually is true. If he surprises you with the attack, he gets advantage
Yeah.
on it.
So okay, yeah, it's a 17. You can hit.
Oh yeah, no, that hits.
Alright, great.
Sorry, Zinni.
It does 7 damage.
Okay, so
Dang.
yes.
You got
just
with a
healed
good,
him.
you got
Why
with a
did
good
I heal?
punch. So he just punched you.
Zinni falls over. Ow! What?
Dude,
You what?
you very close. You very, very closely got us killed.
He
I'm
does have a point.
I'm so sorry.
This thing you're working on had better work.
Zinni like scrabbles like we need to get out of here, but I promise I will do my best. I will get it working.
Great. Because we're in a mountain and no one's around. And I will throw you.
I would believe
Zinni
that.
starts crying. He's like, I'm sorry. I'll do my best.
Let's go. And I'll reach down and I'll pick him up.
He kind of shrinks away from you.
I'm gonna just grab him by the collar.
Yank him up.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you all
Sorry,
so
there's
you
some character issues there.
Yeah.
you walk
flaws.
out and you are at the top of the mountain. Uyanga with the sharp whistle calls,
yeah.
and
Oh,
Sar
yeah.
and Fern springs up as you come out of this little insert, and they are prepared for you to hop on and ride and run down this mountain. It would take probably 30 minutes of just like running, of just straight running to get back to the town, based on the path that Zinni had
Well,
led
we
you up
don't want to go back.
previously.
We don't want to go back to the town.
Where do you go?
So weren't we heading up here because this is where the
Yeah, so I would know. Would I know like a spot to
Yeah,
where
can
like
we
you should get?
So-
rest or something
so-
while
yeah.
he fixes the thing.
You obviously remember all the events of last session.
Yeah.
You know that the only way for you to build the device that will achieve the thing that they need, all those things are in your tower.
Oh no!
It's your workshop. It's where you work on all your little devices like Kibo.
Can he just take Fern?
If you can tell me what you need, I might
So-
be able to sneak in.
So he will speak up and say, "Right, now that we've done that, I need to get back to my tower to fix this.
I don't think we should go back.
I don't think you all should go back either. I can sneak in and then come back
Should
to
we
you if you
trust
wait
this
here."
guy?
I think she's the sneaky one.
You
I-
might want to trust her with that.
I think I can handle this if you'll tell me what you need.
Do I know? Would I need to like do the construction? Then like are there things like are the tools
So, like, a
portable,
work table?
or would I have to operate at like would I need like a whole operating table and everything to like?
Oh, you need everything. You need a
So I need to be
full-on
there.
setup.
Yes. I don't think you can carry all of that. I
Okay.
promise I can get this working if I can just get back to town, but I don't think you all should be there either. But also, the
I'm not letting
administratress
you
is
go
still
alone.
up here. So she might be looking for you up here. So if she finds you, that's bad.
Zenny, if she finds you, that's bad.
Well,
I'm
that's
not-
true, but I can deal with that. You all, she's going to. I don't even know what she's going to do with you all.
She would kill you if she found you.
Well,
You are a loose end.
I'm
you
not
all
letting you
almost
go
died
back
for
alone.
you all almost died for me anyhow. So
What's another time?
Yeah, but we need you because you have the rock.
yeah.
I'm
And we're
not
like-
letting
So
you
y'all
go
are
back alone.
you're at this moment standing at the top of the mountain discussing all this. You've not gone anywhere.
How many days do we have left?
Can we
Like,
sit down?
13
You have
or
not
14?
slept since the first time we resolved this.
Yeah, can we?
You had 15 remaining, but each night you can lose between 1 and 2 nights.
So is there a? I mean, a little bit away from the summit. I assume the summit is like a big plateau. of
exactly. Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah.
Is there like somewhere a little bit down, like a
Yeah.
form of natural
Easy.
shelter?
Easy peasy. You can go and naturally find a little place you can go over and hide.
Natural
Whether
shelter.
it's like in, I'm gonna say just arbitrarily, you've got like a dense grove of trees that are on one
We just
side that are across the road
transpose
there.
I
I
feel
mean,
like it wouldn't be a safe
personally-
assumption
4
to.
hours.
It would be a pretty safe assumption to assume that it's nighttime, since we've been fighting
Yeah.
that rock thing for a while.
And
we've been
that happened like
hiking.
within a minute.
I know. We've been hiking up a mountain, and then we fought a rock, and then we hiked up the rest of the mountain.
If I recall correctly, it is about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's
Thunder's
bright out.
still.
Oh.
Well,
Zenny,
it
how
is a
long will it
thunderstorm in
take
Minecraft.
you
You
at
can
your
see.
tower
That's all I'm
to
saying.
do the thing?
You don't know for sure, but you would think that it would take at least. It's at least an hour and could take days.
At best an hour.
And it works.
That's a great question. I have done a lot of research on this. It is not set in stone
He doesn't know.
yet.
And you mentioned the equipment for this is too much to take away.
I
from
need
the
my
tower.
entire operating table in the tower.
Lovely.
You're a doctor.
Excellent.
Like I said, it's not safe for you all to go back to the town.
Well, you're not going back alone.
Why not?
Because you'll
We
die.
can't trust you.
That actually-
I have gone up
okay,
this
wait.
path and down so many times, and you all are the
Can
important
we get a
ones
picture
here.
of Zenny on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got it.
perfect.
I
It'll
have
take a second. Keep going.
something of an idea.
Oh.
It's not a great idea.
Of note, Zenny looks terrified of especially you right now, but kind of all of you at this
I'm
point.
like away from you because I'm
Okay.
trying to contain my anger.
Because
I'm
what
trying to be a
if
monk about this and not
it's
angry.
it's true that the lady, she's looking for us. She's not looking for Zenny. The problem would be if she's like, Zenny, where are these people? Now,
Well, she knows
But
that I
she
helped
knows
you.
He hit us.
Yeah.
She knows
Well-
that I
Also,
helped you.
he
Okay,
helped
but hear
us
me out.
fight her.
so
That's true. And Mr. Montaigne helped us.
we might
fight
not
you,
know
fight
if
her.
she's gonna go back to that place. Maybe they have guards there. We don't know any of that. But I definitely think it is not wise for us to return because we're a big party.
Yeah.
Possibly Zenny can go back only to his tower, not to town, but only to his tower. We can rest up here, maybe get a little closer and scout for him, like let him know if we see anybody coming, but like lay super low in that area. Oh yeah, my other idea was let's give him a like makeover.
I
Wait, what?
cannot
Zenny makeover.
send another person to their potential death for us.
I don't think it's a potential death.
I'm not going to go and
depends
West
on
get captured.
it depends on what they're doing at that house. They
So-
might not be watching that house anymore because we left. And so it depends on what they are doing.
Then we go first.
Question.
Yes.
Would Kibo have any kind of communication protocol with one of Mr. Montaigne's other machines?
Radio. Well,
Yes.
So I think what the entire there happens not to be an easy way to resolve that.
Okay.
There is not something that immediately comes to mind that you could use for like secret communication or like back at the home base and all that stuff.
Okay. Shoot.
So, at this moment in time, what we understand is our new little friend has to go back home where we fought off a bunch of wizards. And then we fought a rock. And now we have to go back there.
So
Correct.
I am going to roll for some bad luck.
Oh,
As y'all have been discussing here for a while.
Oh no.
We're gonna see. She's been looking for you this entire time. Obviously, y'all found a way to kind of slip off. Cool. The entirety of your experience, Axios' epiphany, the crack in the ground, the entirety of the fight was probably about 10 minutes. You slipped in, you noticed the stuff, maybe 15 minutes, you're including some time to read things, whatever. They've still been looking for you, and turns out that a giant rock creature pinballing into walls makes a lot of noise.
Oh no.
And also there was a literal thunderstorm immediately above you. Drawing some kind of attention.
Only above
The
us.
thunder might have been covering up some of that. If it
That
was
is true.
thundering the whole
Yeah,
time,
that is true.
And the storms are common.
So, storms are coming. Yep. As you were all finding your way, trying to discover what your approach would be, you notice. I'm actually going to. I want to pause for long enough
Did we
to
grab all the
do
shards, by the way?
something.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think so.
I've been keeping track of what I've used. I don't think I have a way in the app to remove shards right now, just because I'm dumb.
I assume
can
that
add
we
that later.
can't like start setting up a camp or something at the top of this mountain because you're doing something.
You'd have to go
involving the-
further. No, what is about to happen has
Well,
already
the
happened.
problem is like
Great.
Oh.
it sounds like they might have found us. We don't have time to like hide or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't have any key.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just do it this way. So, ultimately, you see that the administrator, the administress, a word that I love and have made up, has found you.
Just her?
She arrives with her 3 mages in flank. And I did not describe in great detail where you were. It doesn't frankly matter because they were searching the entirety of the mountain. They've had a good amount of time to find you. They followed other things. There are more things that you're going to learn that make it pretty obvious, but I rolled, did pretty well, and she comes across all of you as you're discussing what your next move is going to be. She's about 30 feet off as they arrive, and they're standing there, and they're in front of you, and she says to all of you, and you note a few things, if you recall from last session. She has her long blue robes. She has a massive bruise and scar with blood caked onto her face from where she was struck from Uyanga's attack previously. She has some. Actually, it's yeah. Anyway, so that's there, and then the other mages. I don't recall exactly what happens. I think one of them got mauled, and another one of them. They're all looking pretty worse for wear. They're panting as they sprint up, and she says, "Okay, what on earth was that sound?"
Here's the deal. We're really tired. We've just been through a lot. We're gonna die in 2 weeks if you take us away. So can we talk about this? Whatever you want to do with us after we have decided, after we have fixed the problem that is going to kill us in 2 weeks.
I feel it's imperative to emphasize to all of you that we have no intentions to kill Any of you.
It's not you. There is a curse affecting us that we have to resolve before we can help you with research or anything. We can talk about where we're going to go and how we can help you with figuring out what's wrong with us, but we know for a fact that we will die very soon if we don't handle this right now.
If we go back to the library, we're going to die.
We have to stay here for at least 2 weeks.
She pauses. Axios. Some strong words. Why don't you roll persuasion?
Thanks, I was tired.
Can I support
There
my
we go.
motivation?
Persuasion.
Because I'm
a
grumbling in the corner.
+4 on persuasion. I got a 13.
She is looking.
Put some growl into
She's looking
it.
at you and she says, they never shared anything about a curse. What? You seem earnest enough. What is this curse that you're suffering from? Is it what's been affecting the mountain recently?
Is Uyanga still shimmering?
Yes, it lasts an hour.
That!
Take a look at her.
Uyanga is there, and you just see all the veins in her body are just like shimmering in place. She can't even really
It's
speak.
kind of obvious.
Admittedly, we do not know that much about it. I bet the Library of Evolution could help us a lot with this, but we know that we will die if we leave this area. And so, if you want to research whatever is happening to my friend, then it is related to the stars. We need to stay here for those 2 weeks and fix it. But then we can come and talk about like what y'all want to research. We can like look into things. We can help you with that. But we really need to finish this time here. Hey, what's up, Zin?
What would I know about the administratress that might be relevant to this situation?
You know that she's worked in this area for a long time. You know that she generally is quiet about her work, that she will use some spells to teleport here and there, take some paperwork, talk to a few of the locals, especially the mayor and some people of power in the city, and for the most part has not been a confrontational person. She really is someone who keeps the books, if we're being lazy about it.
I'm just like, they don't want to kill us or imprison us.
I want you all
They
to
just
know
want
what she looks like.
We don't
Okay.
know
Figure out
This
what's
is
wrong
this
with
is her.
us.
Obviously, she's not
Oh.
as calm in
Yeah.
the moment, but this is what she looks like. Yeah.
Does she directly teach us?
Teach who?
No,
The-
she comes from the Library of
Okay, so she
Evolution.
comes over. Do they teach anything? I assume that Zinni
Right.
would have been in some kind of like local class or something like that. Do they teach anything about ethics of scientific research
Ethics.
that I could rely on?
An ethics card?
No,
There's
nothing like
there's
that.
no like.
You can't like pull a card from her own
Yes.
teaching.
Yeah. No.
She
Okay.
is not a teacher. She is an administrator.
Okay.
She hears everything that you've said, Axios, and what you've said, Ari, and she says, those sounds that came from the mountain was did you see anything special while you were there?
I'll tell you what we know. We saw a very large rock creature that seemed to be powered by electricity.
Her hand falls from her face.
And we fought him. He was tough.
Really tough.
An elemental construct
Sounds about right.
came to life
Yep.
Yes, he sort of came out of a wall.
from the Thundercrag Peak.
Yeah,
Yep.
there was lots of lightning.
Was there did he have anything on him? I'm a source of power for his
Nope.
his ability to walk.
It
Surely,
almost-
surely you
it-
found something like that.
It almost seemed like the power came from the lightning that was hitting the things. He would get stronger, and then it would give him the ability to like move faster and roll over us, literally.
Okay, pause there. What's up?
I'll like kind of walk up and be like, as far as we could tell, he was powered by what he said, but some cracks opened in the ground, and the only way we escaped is this elemental fell into the mountain.
The ground of the peak was.
Yeah, there may be more to explore.
What-
a cavern
do you-
opened up.
What happened to the runes and the writing that were on the ground there?
They were
I'm
destroyed.
sure they were destroyed.
she recoils. Her fists pull inward, and there's a gasp of air that comes from her.
What does that mean?
The seal has been broken.
Okay. She says,
Pretty thoroughly.
actually, I need you to roll deception. You are technically lying that there wasn't something on him, but roll with advantage because you are basically telling the truth with everything else. You're doing a half lie. It's a clever lie.
Got a 12.
Cool. She's roll insight. And she's gasped for air and is responding to is listening to you as you speak. And you see her go like this.
Well, I want to be clear. I want to tell her because it's the thing that saves us. And if I'm saying we're gonna die, I'm just gonna tell her. It's true that
You don't say this out loud, so you're just deciding for yourself.
I'm telling you guys as my friends that have clearly told me
No,
to
you're
not.
fine.
But I'm like,
Your character would do it.
Act
You're
as
good.
Axios would, yeah.
I'm lawful good.
Yeah,
so
your
Do
character would
it.
I don't think I would
Do
lie.
it.
I will say it seemed like the lightning was like coalesced in the center of the chest. However, I think that thing is something that will help us to not die. Do the survive thing.
She listens
So-
closely again, and you notice that this sort of like this repeating tick in her neck that she's pulling from slows until it stops, and then she pulls her hand down and she goes,
I didn't want to tell you about it initially because I was afraid you would take it from us, but we do have
it's
it.
mechanical. Yes, it has a like it was designed by people.
Yeah.
It did not seem natural.
It was certainly magical.
Do you have it?
What do you want?
Listen,
We-
lady.
We do, but I beg you, we think it is very necessary for breaking the curse that we have, and we could die if you were to take it from us
We
at
will
this time.
die if you take it.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Zinni
We
has his
will
arms
die.
wrapped around it.
You see her actually.
I silently whisper, "You will die if you try to." But like so silently she can't hear it.
Okay.
I just want it known that
It's really to yourself.
Character just
yes.
Yeah.
You will die.
Okay, so she is not listening to you at all, so she's not going to hear that. And
I'm also
her eyes dart left and right as she is desperately trying to figure out what to say. And I am going to roll for a decision that she's making in her own head. Okay. This is what she says. She says,
Hi.
there's something that There's also something that I should share with you. Not so much a curse as it is reality. But reality is what we make it. I've lived here my entire life. You could say that I was born here. Born there. She points to the top of the mountain.
Oh.
And
She's a
there's,
cyborg.
if you take that from here, then there is nothing left for me. And what she will do, at first makes you a little weirded out, a little uncomfortable. In fact, you probably think that there maybe is a threat involved here. But she is going to separate the robes at her midsection, and as she parts them, you can see a core of mechanical and electrical energy at the center of her body. You see, if you were to look very closely, that even the cores of her limbs going down are a fake organic material covering a skeleton of a steel-like substance. A robot. And she says, I was created by the Library of Evolution to monitor this area. They thought that I would be endlessly loyal, since I can't really live without the power that comes from the Thundercrag spires. So I would come here every day to recharge, but if you take the core from the mountain, then the thunderstorms will not come back.
Can we give you this core? Would that suffice? Can you come with us? We have no interest in killing innocents.
I have some follow-up questions.
Yes. Actually, let me finish.
Okay.
This will be helpful. She says, I believe that you're in trouble, and maybe there's something that we can do to help each other.
What?
I was instructed to find you and capture you at all costs, but I can't really do a good job of that without being able to walk. Now, can I? I want to help you, but I need the power from that in order to survive.
If we
Do you
drop,
need
how
it
can we
now?
trust you?
Yeah, do not trust you.
You've got really cool
Oh,
questions, and I have answers, and I'm sure there's cool roleplay to be had to help wrap up the session and the arc. I am going to give the players a concrete tactical decision to make.
Great.
I'm going to pretend that you have a long conversation where Zinni understands this intuitively about the engineering, and he shares this with you, and then you talk together, you have a private discussion, you come back, and you make your decision. We're skipping all that with me telling you this decision that you get to make. If you go and engineer this device in such a way as to, without any recourse, completely consume the power of this core, then what would happen is that you would be not only guaranteed to have the exact location of the tomb, but it would take you 3 fewer days to engineer, and it would destroy it. Well, not destroy it. It would be permanently implanted into an object that you can then take with you, divining stick style. So you would be able to take a portable version that would constantly give you the capacity not only to trace the astrological, or I guess the celestial signal of this spell, the one that would take you to Virgo's tomb, but also would allow you to trace similar celestial patterns from then on out. He is certain of this. He tells you all of this. Here's the other choice. If you decide that you want to engineer it in such a way as to guarantee that it is not destroyed, and that you are instead converting, storing, and harnessing the energy, you would gain from the tower at Starstep, Zinni's tower, a signal of worst case scenario, a half-mile radius of where this final location is. It would take, we're going to just say 3 days instead of an afternoon. It would take 3 days of time, after which you, that's right, after which it would be finished. You would return it to its place on the peak, or to the administrator. Her name's Moira, by the way. There's her name. Her name's Moira. I never shared it. I should have. Her name's Moira. And then you can continue on your way without your portable thing that can be repurposed for other celestial signals in the future.
Can you tell me again what the portable thing does?
It allows you to trace the location of similar celestial signals, like this one of the celestial script that you have in your possession.
So like where the beam of light hit.
Essentially. And if similar things come in the future, you'd be able to follow those. Obviously, what would happen is that Moira would have absolutely no way to exist. She, as a leader, would no longer have authority or jurisdiction over the town, and also she would not be in the, let's say, the court of the Truth Keeper's units as an ally of yours, because she would be replaced by probably a human.
Would she basically die? Like she is.
Yes,
not...
she'd basically be dead.
Even
Okay.
if we.
So there's
But she's a robot, so it would be like
Deactivate.
turned off.
Yeah, because you'd be permanently consuming the only power
Okay.
that will definitely keep her
That's
operating.
only if we permanently consume
Yeah.
it. If we take the second option,
Yeah.
she's okay.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you would essentially return the original core to its spot. So I actually really am completely fine with either choice. You know the advantages and disadvantages. You can even extrapolate and come up with more advantages and disadvantages. But to summarize, she dies and you lose that ally, but you get this device that allows you to carry it with you, have an exact location, and be able to track similar signals. The alternative is the opposite of all those things. You don't have that. You have a half-mile radius. She's alive, and you have that ally with you.
Would she not fight with us about the idea of consuming it? Like she would not like that.
So
right?
the thing that I'm hand-waving is that you are privately discussing it. Zinni shared all these things that he knows about with how long it would take to engineer and all that stuff, and you are deciding, and you're going to go back to her and choose. I will, for narrative purposes, and to help also speed up the conclusion of this, claim that she is in as much of a bad place as the rest of you
Yeah.
from your earlier fight
I
and
see.
from stuff that happened on the mountain that I'm not disclosing to you while y'all were fighting the construct.
Great.
So, it would seem like you would have an overwhelming opportunity and odds to be able to withhold her from from being able to take it.
So
from you.
tactical decision
It's
is
really
ally
just
or tool.
it's just a choice, right? We don't have to worry about all the other
I'll
tactics
just
around it.
so my thought is ally.
And y'all talk it out. Y'all are
Um,
My thought is, this tool could be so useful for us, and we don't know her.
No, but
She
it's
tried
not our
to
place
kill us.
to send
She's
her
a
to her
robot.
death.
She's not a person.
So it's more about having the ally in the Library of Evolution. Additionally, at the end of the day, we're really just students. We're not trying to like figure out some deep celestial conspiracy thing.
One really quick comment.
Yourself.
Maybe you
One really
are.
quick comment, because this is interesting and dramatic, and because I like it. If people still feel pretty split by the end of 3 minutes, I will have you do a blind vote,
Okay.
and that's how you're gonna.
Aegon at least feels more strongly about ally rather than tool.
You mean
Axios
Axios
does.
does?
Oh,
Ari
who did I
also,
say?
You said Aegon.
That's you.
Ari
This
also
person.
100% will not be okay with killing her. She was clearly misled by her superiors. She's just as much a victim in this as we are.
Well,
I don't really
She's a
trust
robot.
her. But
I absolutely don't trust her.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
she's
I-
like not
she's-
natural. She's not.
Yeah,
true.
so she's not killing her. It's just turning her off. Like, it's nothing.
the way that I'm looking at this is the thing that Zenny talked about, the staff, that is a direct method by which I can accomplish the one thing that I went to the library for.
We can still accomplish it without it.
Well,
don't you think
we
we
can
could-
accomplish banishing the curse, but I went to study the Celestials, and that is a direct route.
don't you think that would be a better solution too? 3 less
You have
days.
2 minutes left before the vote.
3 less days to
Yeah,
find a
also,
solution
we
to
are,
us
like,
dying.
Dying and
Yeah.
taking 3 days to find something that might get us in the right area
Plus, we aren't fully.
doesn't sound good to me.
We don't know that there won't be another way to turn her back on.
But
Yeah.
in the future, if we deal with anything with the Library of Evolution and all of them are as difficult to deal with as the Truth Seekers, it might be nice to have somebody in our corner in that circle of influence.
You have 1 minute remaining for the vote.
I could see that.
Zinni, you haven't said anything.
This is your choice. The administration.
One last thing on the ally thing. I don't think Nathan would be giving us this tactical choice if she was just gonna betray us later.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will
definitely.
say, for what it matters, I don't think it does. Ari will not forgive you if we go the route of killing her.
Ooh.
Straight up won't.
What were you gonna say?
Zinni has absolutely no love for the administratress. In fact, he's now pissed off that she's basically been a hypocrite this whole time because this is the research that she's been doing. So
That's an interesting take.
he will follow whatever you want, but he is like fuming mad at the administratress.
That's cool.
I do hesitate to take life, but I think it wouldn't be impossible for someone like Zinni, who is studying, to be able to preserve
fix her later.
robotic life.
Don't see her as life. See her as somebody that can help us later.
So,
Maybe
hang on.
helpful.
Hang on
I don't
one
think we
second.
need
Is this assuming we will not be able to bring her back another way if we take this permanent option?
Zinni and Moira both are pretty darn certain that there is no other way to power this person.
So
it
it
would
would
kill
It would
is
kill
a
her.
safe assumption.
Unless some other
It will
completely new
deactivate
piece of
her.
technology
It'll
or
deactivate.
magic is
Mom.
devised to keep this sentient replicant alive. Okay,
This is the
I don't
this
think
is
she'd be that
the
useful.
I'm gonna say time is up.
this is the really annoying middle of I as a human am like, I want to save her. Allies are good, but my character has one drive.
I think we've all made our voices clear, but it's time to make it real, and you do get a vote.
He will abstain unless there's a tie.
You may abstain. That is totally fine.
There can't be a tie.
Oh yeah, there
Just
can't be a tie with
FYI.
5 people.
Oh, well then never mind.
What do you
Wait,
do?
so are you voting
You
or
voting?
not? No, you can abstain outright, but you can't abstain based on how they vote.
He will abstain. It's their choice.
Okay. So we're gonna have a decision here. As all of you are discussing, your minds begin to weigh the options, and the weight pulls upon you. And as the discussion begins to the pull to a fever and then a conclusion, and you as a party, stressed but resolved, make your choice. We will represent that with this blind vote. Please lower your heads and close your eyes. First, we will take a vote. Let's do this one. First, we will take a vote for those that would like to engineer this device across 3 days to preserve the core to save Moira. Please raise your hands if you choose the Save Moira route. I want to double check that I'm making this clear. This is the first option, the Save Moira route. So if you raise your hand now, you're voting to save Moira at the cost of your timeliness and other tactical things. Okay. Please lower your hands. And now, for the second option. Please raise your hand if you have selected to generate and permanently consume the core. Go ahead. Interesting. You may lower your hands, and I will return us to light. Wow. So,
Nobody will look at the recording. Yeah. Just realize we can just.
do you like to play back?
Yeah.
So this is a group discussion. Ultimately.
I should have.
This is a group discussion. Ultimately, you are agreed on it, even if some of you do not want that outcome. I'll say it differently. You're agreed to work together, even if you don't agree on the decision of the group. There you go. Social contract rules. So I want. Okay. Cypress. You have agreed to share with Moira that your group's intent is to consume the core.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We need this. We weren't created for anything. We have each an individual and group goals that we're achieving. This is the best thing for us. We have to look after ourselves. We got this. It's ours.
You know, it's funny. I was created to seek truth in Star Step. They installed in me a lie detector that would allow me to figure out if somebody was lying to my face. But it's clear to me that you are telling the truth.
We need it.
I would hate for human life to be expended because of me. So there's not a whole lot that I can do at the moment.
Appreciate it.
Well, good luck then. I will report to the library and let them know what has happened. I will not tell them anything else other than that they are to decommission me soon. I won't tell them who you are or where you're going. Just if you find any way to bring me back, I would appreciate that.
You know what?
We will
We can put Zinni on that. And for the slightest of a second, Cypress feels like a small twinge of regret because she's not gonna say what we did and is not an evil leader. And
well, there's no purpose, right? There's
Yeah.
no reason to defend her case if she can't, if it doesn't even matter.
We're gonna
but
find
he just has a
something else
slight
to power you.
twinge of
Yeah.
maybe she's not an evil leader.
She stops, and then she calms, and the other mages that have sort of just been silent beside her, they say, we wish that there was an easier way to resolve this, but if it really is as you say, then we would appreciate you reporting your findings after your journey's complete, and we will let you on your way. They're mostly bluffing. They are not ready for a fight. So they are it's just kind of like a mutual, we're both very badly bruised, we're gonna just like separate.
Makes sense.
And so slowly, you notice as they cast spells, and they find themselves.
Is the administrator going to? Before she leaves, Zinni puts the device gently on the ground, and runs to the administratress and hugs her.
You hug her.
What are your emotions? I thought you were mad at her.
The emotions are all over the
Well, I
place
mean,
right now.
we had like a conversation.
He's having like
for a while.
PTSD. His emotions are all over the place right now.
So you hug her, you
Yes.
wrap her, and
Yes.
she looks at you and she says, you know, you've really learned quite a lot in the last 10 years you've been here. If you could please find a way to repurpose that energy. Maybe there's more that we can teach each other.
I will.
And she doesn't really cherish you.
Yeah,
She doesn't like
yeah.
embrace or caress
Yes.
or whatever. She's just sort of like
Yeah.
gently puts her hand on you. You let go, walks to the side, turns, and then through. Reporting back to, eventually, the Library of Evolution. Zoom, and the portal's gone. And all of you are standing there. And you go home to the tower. Montaigne is there, standing in the doorway. And he looks at all of you as you come down and he says, all of you look like you've had quite a scrape. Looks like you, 1, 2, 3, 4. Zinni! Oh, good. You're all right. Did you find what you needed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically.
Well, what's wrong? You should be excited. You can find a solution for your problem.
So he just bursts out crying and just wraps his arms around him.
You were hugging this
Yeah.
this friendly man.
Yes.
He
Thank you,
hugs,
Santa.
he hugs you back and he says,
Oh no.
oh boy. Okay.
He's home.
Don't worry, Zinni. I believe in you. I know you can do this. All right. So I believe you're motivated to save Moira.
Contact
Not
us.
every story has a happy ending. I'm going to give you a 1 in 50 chance
Don't do this to me.
of being able to discover a way to do both at once.
Don't do this to me. Oh gosh.
Really, honestly, we could literally just have it be score 99 or 100 on a D100, and that's it, and
Okay.
you get to do it.
Okay.
If you don't, then you go with your plan. You go forward with your plan as expected. You will consume the core in 1 afternoon. You will
Is
finish
this-
it.
Are you saying this is our only chance and there is no further quest that we can investigate after this?
You're asking
Probably
me if
not
there's
in
like
this
something in
arc.
the future.
Yeah, are you saying if this does not work, give up hope on doing something with Moira?
I'll narrate it this way. If this fails, you will consume the core. That's all you need to know. It will be consumed. It will not be there. It will almost certainly
I'm
not
not
allow you
talking
to
about
save
this
Moira.
arc. I'm talking
No, I know.
about the entirety of our time in Chrysalis.
Yeah.
Later on.
I don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
He's saying it's not a
Ninestone.
I'm not. I can't definitively say that you'll never be able to fix this problem. There may be no way to fix this problem, but I'm letting you know. As of now, there is a 1 in 50 chance that you can find a way to do both. Are you ready to roll?
Yeah.
Zinni gets to work in his lab, the core bustling with energy, and it is time for you to roll a D100. Reminder for those watching, a 99 or 100 means he achieves
Where
both.
are the 99 and 100?
They're
here?
both-
I want
Are they
this to be
right
a
next to each
very
other?
hold on. I want this to be a very clear roll
Yes.
for everyone. So
Yes.
it must
Yeah.
be in the tray.
Yeah, oh,
if
yeah.
it goes anywhere else,
Put it in the middle.
does
No.
not count. I don't want any unfortunate accidental.
Yeah.
Can't be.
Okay.
Good luck, Zinni.
This is not
I
gonna
don't want to
work.
look at this. It's a 1 in 50, right?
1 in 50.
So close.
It's literally so close to 100.
Oh my god.
It's one off from both 100 and 99.
No way, really?
Yeah. It's one tile off.
Oh my gosh. What'd you roll, actually?
36.
36. So, as Zinni works, he tries to investigate other lines of finding a solution here for Moira, but at the end of the day, you have a single moment to make a split decision that could essentially maybe save the lives of your 6 new friends. And you're like, I have to guarantee that I finish this on time. Boom, trigger, engineering, and the core explodes in the heart of your machine as it starts to rev up, and the sort of the fixtures on the other ends of the core begin to silence as the energy is now converted into your machine. And you see that this device, a portable device about this big, like a lunchbox, is now completely operational. Radio signals that are emanating from it. And kind of like an echolocator, like a sonar kind of thing, you can immediately sense on the little display that you created there. For fun, let's call it a little sapphire that you imbued it with that shows like a little radar blinking sort of thing. You can do like a directional whatever. Exactly the location of of the Celestial Script's signal, which would suggest where Virgo's tomb is. It is about a 2 days journey from here. It's going to take you through the mountains and onto the other side, and you hand it over to them, confident it will get them to where they need to go.
Zinni has not left his lab all day. His entire clothes are tear-soaked, but he kind of like, very like, almost just out of energy, just kind of tiredly hands you the machine and says,
Who do you hand it?
who approaches him when he comes out of the lab, or out of the tower?
Not me.
Not Axios.
Probably not me.
I'll do it. I feel very neutral.
So he'll hand it to Lupin and say,
It's a little bit bigger for me.
use this.
Thanks.
Hey,
How are we
Zenny.
supposed to use it?
I assume I have instructions.
Yeah, you all know. You immediately know how to use
Hands you
it.
the instructions.
Radar!
manual.
It's radar! Push this button here and it works!
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm assuming you couldn't find a way to help Moira.
Zinni looks down.
It was a long shot.
Sorry,
You
but-
always knew it was a long shot.
Hey,
Hey, we
Zenny,
really appreciate you trying, man.
Of course.
Thanks for your help, dude.
Thanks for your help. You saved our
Sorry,
lives.
punched
Remember
you in
that.
the face.
It's, it's not the first time.
Kepler walks in. Kibo's on his shoulder. And he looks at all of you and he says, all right, now, maybe a cup of tea and some crumpets would really help all of you. As we give you something for the road, you can get some rest tonight. You all look very badly bruised, and early in the morning we can send you on your way. I've kept a scout out in the town I've kept Kibo out in the town to let me know if any more officials have arrived, but it looks like ever since Moira left this afternoon, there have not been any more signs of blue robes in the town. So, I wish you well on your journey. You are always welcome here with Zinni and myself. Alright, so he serves you. You're going to go to sleep in a little bit. Is there anything else that needs to happen that y'all want to do? Soon you're going to long rest and do your Celestial Ascension.
Well,
Before we go to bed, he kind of walks over to find Axios, kind of whenever he is alone.
Yep.
That energy that you use, the black energy, the necromancy on the creature, don't ever use that again.
But I have one more.
He looks at you like recoils from it. You don't know what that will do to you.
Okay.
what have you seen?
Well, he's alone. He's alone. Yes. Yeah.
No.
I mean, if you see him, you can walk over and say something.
Nah, you
yes.
want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Do you, do you,
You know
what
if you-
happened? If you want, do you want
What? Yeah. What do we have time for? Because I know we're trying.
Not
to
enough.
This. Exactly.
Please.
later?
Yeah. See.
Well, I
I'll
guess-
tell you.
I
guess-
put a big
Do
pause.
you, in this moment, tell him everything? Half of it? Because I can narrate this later on what he now knows.
Yeah. He'll tell him the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can talk offline.
Yeah.
Bros.
So,
Yeah.
whisper.
Yeah.
You now know all of this.
It's very, very
bad stuff.
traumatizing.
It explains why he is essentially the adoptive son of Keplo and how he ended up in the Star Step area.
And why
why
he's
he hates necromancy magic as much.
and why he has absolutely no self-confidence whatsoever.
Oh no.
Axios says this.
No.
While they're
I guess
doing-
after that, I'm just like, I listen very genuinely, and I'm like, I'm there for him, and
Alright. Good
I'm
stuff.
like, okay, I don't know the story, but I probably say something like, okay, I won't use it. Like I'm like, yeah.
Swear off with Black Jade Magic.
Okay, that's really interesting. Aegon.
Yeah, in the time that they're doing that, probably, or around the same time, I don't know, we're kind of like all at the same house chilling. Aegon's just gonna walk over to where I assume Aerie is sitting, just by herself, and just like sit down next to her
I'm
just.
gonna get up and walk away.
I'm sorry.
She's walking away.
Yeah.
Oh, you kind of say that to yourself.
No, I say that just loud enough for her
Okay,
to hear
got
as
it.
she walks away.
Do you do anything else?
I'm
Walk
sorry.
away.
All right. It's a hard night at the Montaigne house.
Yes.
As all of you get some sleep. All of you will long rest. We can do it after the session's over. It is in time for the last roll of the session, which will be your Celestial Ascension check. Right now, you have 15 days remaining. As a quick recap, the way that this works, you rushed the engineering process, meaning you spent no more nights there, just the one. And so, I'm going to roll. If I roll higher than a 15, then you will lose an additional day. So you're going down 14 no matter what, unless I roll a crit success. 20's good. 20's good. But anything else that's higher than a 15, you lose an additional day because you are failing to maintain a strong grip on reality, I guess is the way I'll put it. It's all wrong in front of the table.
And crit fail is not bad, remember?
Nothing. It doesn't do,
Yeah,
doesn't do
okay.
anything.
As you all sleep. Ooh, that is.
Higher than 50?
I said high. I did say higher than 15.
Alright.
So you barely don't lose an additional day. And you wake up. You now have 14 days left on Chrysalis as the rest of you prepare for your journey. Keplo and Zinni are going to see you out. And as you prepare to walk along the road, Zinni, proud of your work. A little hollow from everything that occurred.
Yeah.
Excited
Yes.
about the reality of being able to use the power of
Yeah.
the Thundercrag Mountains, but maybe remorseful that it will never be the same mystical place that you once thought it was.
Yeah.
Because it will no longer storm at the Thundercrag Peaks the way that it used to. And as the rest of you walk forward, you have the exact location of that tomb and the capacity to use this device for other signals. And somewhere in the Sapphire Scholars, word is getting around about something that might have happened in Star Step. And that is where we're going to end our session. Woo! Thank you for tuning in. Obviously, a really hard finish to this session, but we hope that it was entertaining for anyone that was watching. We will be back. Zinni is done for this particular arc. Thanks to Denton for being here and absolutely just completely jumping in and being just an awesome new character to the world. Thankfully, Zinni's not dead, so you can go back and hang out with him if you all survive. But we are going to be back next Sunday. We're going to be back next Sunday for the next session of Weave of the Ninestone. I'm your DM, Nathan. Thank you so much for joining, and we're going to go and drink some gin.
Wow.
We'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.